What's up, everybody? Today is Monday night, and as every Monday happens, we are here to answer all your car buying questions, have some fun, and also play some Dude, Where's My Car? We got our special guest here today, Prakaash, and Thana is here.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
Salam
man.
sejahtera semua.
Dude, where's my car? Haven't played that in the longest time, bro.
Yeah, we played last week, bro. So this week
Yeah.
I picked cars because Prakaash is here. So some of the cars will
So
catch up Prakaash a bit.
kacau Prakash's mind lah, disturb him lah.
And also your mind, because you're here also. So catch up you a bit.
As long there's no multipler there, bro, I'm okay.
Multipla, I won't put multipla there, bro. Yeah.
Hey Prakash, how are you?
Guys, Prakash, how are you, man? Prakash?
Good, bro. Not too bad. And you guys?
Doing great. Just came back from a holiday.
All buying new cars.
Yeah, bro. Can't wait. I can't wait. Sunil, okay, those people are here. Say hi on the chat so we can see you. Ivan is here. Okay, Eric is here. Jackson, Kevin, TT, Sunil Nair is asking, wow, is that the E93 M3 guy? Yes, guys, he's the E93 M3 guy. All right. Eugene is here. Stephen is going to ask some questions, but anyway, say hi. We'll answer questions in a moment. All right. Yeah. So, guys, we usually do Monday car buying guide questions, but today Bobby is on holiday, so we're going to invite a special guest. Let's have a little mix on it. So feel free to ask your questions about buying cars. Yeah. And Prakaash, I know you're pro BMW, but you cannot give answer just BMW, okay?
Of course.
I'm
not pro BMW. I'm pro good cars, nice cars, rare
good
cars.
car. Okay. Prakaash is Prakaash is one of the most inspiring sales guy from BMW. Actually, most cars sales guy. He's one of the most inspiring, man. You talk to him, you feel pumped up, bro. Like he's like a motivational speaker. So
at the end of it, you'll end up buying a BMW, right?
Prakaash is a very passionate car guy. He has fixed up some amazing projects. E90 339, 4.4 V8s. You know, he had that beautiful E24 635 CSI dog leg shifter. So he has some amazing projects. So yeah, he's in the car industry, guys. So feel free to ask questions away from him. And,
one thing I also like about Prakaash Thomas is that I remember he had the Z4. So he had the Z4, the 2.5, where like, it's nice. He tried it. Then like, I sold it because I want to try the 3.0. So I think that more than us, Thomas, he's gone through so many other cars because just to try them out and put them in his fleet, and then he just recycle them, refurbish them and stuff. So I think we talk about the cars that he has had, but the cars he's had is actually a lot, isn't it? A lot of cars he's gone through, from what I can see.
Bro. Yeah, bro. All right. Eugene is here. CJC, Gurpal. Okay, Jordan, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. All right. Hey, hi guys. Wow. Yeah, guys. He caught my attention one time because I was watching Bobby's videos. He's very motivated, like a lot of motivational speaking. Then he has one video, right? Bobby said this guy turned down a 911 to buy a Ford Focus. Like, who is this guy, man? Watch this guy. Why did you like the 911, bro? What's wrong, bro?
The gearbox was just not the right one, lah. I think compared. So before I had the RS, I of course had the 135 and the M3. And I compared the power distribution between the gearbox and the engine and how the DCT reacts. I guess I was spoiled with that, lah. So when I went to buy a late 2008 911 Carrera S with a Tiptronic, it just didn't do it for me, lah. Didn't.
Well, the 135i is really potent, lah. So I mean, it's very hard to beat the car in that small tight package. You need the 997 is around the same size of the slightly bigger than the 1 series, lah. So it's quite a letdown, because the 135i is such a monster, you know.
It's a beast, bro. I would say the 135 has got so many good things. Well, a lot of people, it's more of a love and hate relationship when it came to the 135.
Looks, right?
The looks, some people didn't like the front, some people didn't like the back. But I think the best profile of the car is the side view, I would say.
Yes, yes.
From the
Yeah.
back to the front side view, I think it's got a very good proportion.
Yes, yes. Very nice silhouette.
But of course, if you
Uh,
put a 911 beside a 135, nobody is going to even bother looking at the 135.
yeah.
Until a real car enthusiast actually drives it, they would actually understand how it handles. The weight of the steering is so different.
Oh,
Yeah,
you run rings around 911 lah. No, no question. You run rings around it. It's turbocharged,
yeah.
nice and short wheelbase.
But if the 911 was a PDK, I think that would have made a lot of difference.
No lah. Even
I
even
think no lah,
911.
Prakash. Yeah,
You don't think?
911 for you, I think no matter what's said and done, it takes effort to bring it up to speed, to bring out the joy of it. It's not as instant as your 135 lah.
The 135 is
But
still
the
the
thing
faster
is,
car, I
when you
believe.
tell me that, then I look at the M3, which is an NA. So I also like the feel of an NA as well. I just think that it was more of the gearbox that was not mated right with the car. And
Mhm.
that era, the M3s were just a perfect combo. And I was just thinking, should I spend this much of money to get a 911 just for the sake of getting the brand when I'm not 100% convinced of the way the car drives? I'm not a guy who's going to sit down and have a look at the car, think it's a good looking car. It's got a nice badge, the Porsche on it. But when I drive it, it's not going to do me good. Then it's going to be a waste of my money.
Yeah, Prakash really is also a very accomplished driver as well, right? And
Boleh
yeah,
tahan lah.
the one.
Uh,
Hey,
you, you,
accomplished
you,
stuff,
you know what
bro.
I like about this? Thomas will say Prakash was accomplished. Prakash will say Thomas is good. And all these idiots, both the fellas are driving like mad maniacs. And we say, no lah, I drive very slow lah. I'm a slow driver lah.
Okay, I
I
won't
tell
say I'm
you,
a slow driver. Okay, I'll say that.
both of you, I tell you, man.
So where do
All right.
I see the questions if anyone is asking me
Can
questions?
you click
Let's
on the
ask questions.
right hand
Let's
side
go
on the
questions.
chats?
All
On
right.
Can you see on the
chat.
side of the
Let's
screen,
go.
Prakash? Under chats?
Oh,
Stephen
okay.
Mendes
Which is
asking which is better, CX5 2.0 or 2.5 NA, and why? Of course, price makes a difference, but I think you should go for 2.5. Thana, you're more familiar with this area of cars. I haven't driven 2.0. I've driven 2.5.
I
only,
think
so
I
can't say much.
personally would say when it comes, the 2.0 is a turbo, is it?
No, NA.
Both
NA
NA.
as well.
Hmm.
Then obviously it's
But they have the
given lah to
2.5
go for
turbo, right? So I've driven the 2.5 turbo. I've driven the 2.0, and the 2.0 turbo felt like a monster. But the 2.0 was, to me, was sufficient. Like it was fine. It's not a performance car lah.
If you're looking at a CX5,
Yeah.
then I would say there's nothing to look at performance wise. Look at
Yeah,
more
exactly.
practicality wise, right?
Yeah.
You're buying a CX5 because it's practical.
Mm.
So when you look at practicality, then you're going to look at the road tax, you're going to look at fuel efficiency and all that. Having said that, power to weight ratio, obviously, we don't know whether a 2.5 will give you better fuel efficiency because of
Mm.
the power to weight, So that's also something to consider as well.
I think if you do a lot of highway miles, you
Yeah.
could benefit for a little bit more power, pulling up to the fast lane and so on and so forth.
Mm.
But if you're going to spend 90% of the time in the city, I think the 2.0 will be more than sufficient, actually.
Yep,
It's very smooth
exactly.
engine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
So yeah, I think more of like what you need lah. If you're going to drive in the city, right, just get a 2.0. Road tax, safe fuel,
And
lighter.
you're not gonna the CX5. You're not gonna drive it at 230, 240 kilometers per hour, lah.
No, no.
You look at a different Mazda for that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one. Any guys recommend for the 19-inch CJC is asking, okay, looking for decent wet handling other than
PS4S.
PS5.
Yeah. And the
Well,
people
not a
forget the
PS5.
all the PS4, PS5
is
is
not.
Yeah.
PS5 is not as good as the PS4S.
Correct.
Really? Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PS5 is
Bro.
basically a
Mm.
PS4.
PS4. It's
Yeah.
so different, Thomas. Like I've seen PS4 threads breaking off, the touchless break off. I've seen. I mean, it's and the PS4 is just creamy, buttery smooth. A lot of difference, lah. A lot of difference. But the price
I
is a
only
lot.
use
I recommend for
PS4S
19
for my
other than
cars.
PS5. I think
Mm.
I might put my money in Goodyear, Super Sport, Goodyear Super Sport.
Mm.
It's the equivalent of the
I'm.
Decent
PS4S,
wet handling.
right?
Mm.
I
Mm.
heard it's not bad, but I also driven in Conti's. Conti's wet
Mm.
actually is not bad also.
Yep.
The
Yeah, Conti
yeah,
MC6.
yeah,
Mm.
SC6. Actually, in wet they're actually quite
Mm.
confident. Very
Mm.
surprising. I would say they're on par lah. The Conti
Yeah.
is on par with the
Mm.
PS5. Mm.
Mm. I'm a Conti guy also. I prefer the Conti Sport contact versus the
I'm
Michelin's.
using I'm using Conti MC6 my 7, and I
Mm.
find it
Yeah, how's the
even
MZ6, bro?
better. Sorry?
How's the MZ6?
Okay lah, bro. It's not bad lah.
Mm.
Be flying with a
Prakash.
7.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, you're breaking there for a while. Yep, you go back.
Okay. No, I said
Mm.
I assumed that I would not be driving fast in my 7. So what I
Mm.
but the
We're losing you there a bit, Prakash. Line.
yeah,
Prakash, you there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, a bit
Yeah,
of
we're losing you there. I mean, I had the M6 on my Audi. I went through two of them, 2 cycles. I think it's a good combination because the pricing is just nice. You're talking about 580 ringgit for 18-inch tires. Performance is decent enough, but you're right. It's not for high-end performance going to 240 and 230 lah, but it's pretty decent lah. Um, Prakash, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can you all hear
Okay.
me?
Yep. Now it's good.
Okay.
I think that I think the option will be okay. MC6 will be the right competitor lah. You can't do other than that lah. MC6 is the
Mm.
PS5 kind of like competitor, so
Mm.
But
that's the
MC
option to look for.
cheaper compared to the PS5, isn't it?
Way cheaper. Way cheaper.
Way
You're
cheaper.
talking
So
you're talking about
yeah.
cheaper by 20 to 30% cheaper. So like the same tires on 18-inch on the 18-inch will cost you like almost 700-800 bucks, and here will cost you 600 bucks. So there's quite a big difference between the Michelin's and the MC6. So
Mm.
yeah. So and again for the price it's quite comparable. So that's why I like the MC6 as a bargain performance tire,
The only thing I have against the Japanese tires, right, is not only the noise, right, but wet handling wise. I always find Japanese car tires don't shine that as well in the wet. In terms of confidence,
like Yokohama's.
Yokos, Bridgestones, Potenzas,
Mm-mm.
they just are a bit less communicative in the wet. I just wish
Yeah.
they had a little bit good in wet, but in the dry, right? The RE004, 003, they're fantastic. They're actually great
Hey,
feedback.
actually, on dry, a lot of tires are good. Even I trusted a tire called Good Trip from China one. Good
Good trip.
Trip, not good. Yeah, Good Trip, bro. On dry, bro, it's brilliant. It hacks well. So yeah. So I think tire technology has come a long way up now. But the true measure
Good
is when it's
trip,
wet, lah.
bro.
Good Trip.
What a name.
Hey,
Gee,
got
I
Good
don't
Trip,
know who you're
got
trying
land,
to copy. I don't know which
got
brand you're
land
trying to
sale,
copy. Good
got
trip.
got land sale, got many brands lah from China like nowadays, Yeah.
Oh, lens seals are horrible, bro. I borrowed lens
Yeah,
seals
the
for,
worst.
for 1 week, and then the guy who they were refurbing my rims, right? King of Rims
Yeah.
told me, bro, don't drive the car. Just go home and park
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, Good Trip. Yeah, apparently they're quite big worldwide. So yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, we got a
let's
couple
just
of
let's just
okay.
smash some questions over here. We are behind time. So this is in your realm, Prakash. E63, is it a reliable car? Saw Bobby recommended it on a group. What's your take on the E63, Prakash?
Okay. This well, E60. Well, if you ask me whether cars reliable, so Thana, remember I told you this. If you ask
Yeah.
an Alfa Romeo enthusiast whether an Alfa Romeo is reliable, he's going to tell you it's reliable. If you ask a Mercedes enthusiast whether a Mercedes is reliable, so you're going to say, yeah, a Mercedes is very reliable. But you ask the other way around, you know what? This is a car that's in my list that I'm going to get. So you all will be seeing one in my Instagram reel soon, lah. But
Wow.
whether it's a reliable car or not, it's something that the engine is used on so many different platforms, lah. I think the 3.0 is running the N52, and the 4.4 as well is not the M62, but they all come with a reliability issue, okay, which is a known factor. So I feel a car becomes reliable when you know what the problem of the car is, so that you can take preventive measures when you get the car to fix it up, and then it becomes reliable. Okay,
Yep.
all these cars, especially BMW, they come with something that I call manufacturing defect from the very beginning. Just like the S65 engines, where the conrods, you need to change them and all that, right? So if you buy the car and you do it up, then of course it's going to last you for another maybe 10 years, or maybe another 100k kilometers. But if you don't know about the issue and you buy this car, boom, you're going to have this guy has got a problem with the timing chain, because it's, there's a part in it that is made out of plastic, and what happens is, if you're talking about the V8s lah, right,
The chain guide lah.
the chain guide, yeah. So apart from that, I don't see an issue with this car, except for the dashboard that cracks because of the heat and everything. The way the dashboard is designed, I think after some time it expands, and then it causes to crack in the heat. So what you do is you just take it to Aboy in Kajang. If everybody wants to know where's a good interior shop, then there's a friend of mine who's in Kajang who does an amazing job, get it reupholstered. And apart from that, I think these cars are all, to me, classic beauties, man.
Really?
When they were first, when they were first launched.
Yeah.
So even the other day when I was out with Alex and we took a spin in his 360, we were talking about this E63, and he had it when he first launched in 2005 or something like that, and he bought the car, also a convertible as well, and he said he loved it. Amazing car.
And I think people forget the fact that they talk about the chain guide. The chain guide issue was also on the equivalent Audi engines. Also had issue with having chain and chain guide. So and it has to be plastic anyway. So it was part of a maintenance item anyway. It's just it's not like what I call it's a unknown issue, but people tend to not hear the engine noise as they get older, because it's quite loud actually when the tensioner gets.
I think it's always good for you to understand your car, and also the mileage when it goes to a certain point, that this is when you need to change a certain part in the car, rather than letting it break and then you change it. So so these are the things that I think people miss out, and then it ends up that the car is a problematic car, and it's going to end up in a workshop. They're going to cost 60,000 to change or rebuild the whole engine, and then that goes the reliability of a car manufacturer, right? But yeah, to answer his question, the E63 that Bobby posted, beautiful car with a V8 engine. You add a lovely exhaust system onto it, and you put down your top down. You're gonna get you can't get this kind of cars anymore, man. It's like one of a kind.
Okay, going down the BMW. Another question here. So this is down your road. I mean, obviously you've handled a lot of these cars. So 2017 BMW X5, the 40e, warranty expires end of the year. High battery extended to 225. What price point considered good to buy?
Wow.
I guess forget the price point. I think price point we just talked about the price point.
This one can cause me some issues also if I answer this kind of questions.
I mean, of all the hybrids, this was the scary one, isn't it? This was the one that's like.
I think of all the hybrids. The Audi A6 hybrid was scary, and the S400 hybrid was the scary one. But when I talk to Thana about it, Thana has a whole different point of view and says the battery never goes wrong. It's never has gone wrong. It's only wrong diagnostics that will say that the battery is faulty, blah blah blah, and everything, right? So The X5 X-Drive 40E basically is a car that changed the whole battery composition, whereby it was all module based instead of just one whole battery part, right? Having
Yep.
said that, I know a friend who has a 330E who also had warranty on the battery. And then when the
Okay.
car went into
Okay.
the BMW workshop, there was an issue as well. So it was
Yeah.
not the battery. There's so many other components
Yeah.
that
Correct.
relate to the battery.
But you know what the interesting part about this, Thomas, was? So today I went to Auto Bavaria at BMW to talk to the guys there on my 330E, and this was the thing. Now the Audi A6 when it came out, and even the 330E doesn't have a coolant temperature warning or a meter for temperature. It doesn't have. Okay, and the problem with that is when you drive the car, these cars when they get hot, engine gets hot, it'll give you a warning. But the coolant, if it gets hot, it will burn the inverter. So again, so you drive the car, the engine never overheats. So the engine is fine. But the coolant gets hot, the inverter is toast. So on the A6, there's a way to enable that warning, but the BMW there hasn't. So it's a tough one. Like. So if the coolant is correct, radiator is correct, this car is actually quite solid, bulletproof. But unfortunately, there's unless you get an external meter, there's no way to look at the coolant temperature on these cars. So one of those things.
So having said that, his question whether it's worth buying, the price point. Well, I think the price point is something that's very, very easy to understand when you do a search on Muda with the filtration process. You just click on 2017, you see a lot of cars there. But well, this was almost a $400,000 car, and if you're going to buy it at about 180 or sort of, then I think it's a bargain as well. If the car has only got like 40,000, 50,000 mileage on the car.
Yeah. And this one comes with that Napa leather, brown leather. It's like beautiful interior, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
yes,
so it's
yes,
so it's so good. It's beautiful, So yes,
yeah.
it is a bargain. Yeah. So let's try to move on here. Question: 7-seater SUV, budget 200K. Prakash, your challenge is not a BMW. What do you pick?
I
CX8
already
or the
got that
second
car
hand
for you.
CX9.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Apakash,
Well, I think a brand new CX8 will be a good bet,
Mm-mm.
right? I
Yeah,
think it's about the
it's quite
200K
nice.
mark, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm,
It's actually quite nimble. It's
or
like a
second
bit.
CX9.
It's bigger than a CX5. It handles well.
mm,
So
yeah.
the question is between the new CX8 or the old CX9, the
Mm,
second-hand CX9.
yeah.
Well, I'll go for a new CX8 lah. The price
Yeah.
difference is not going to be exorbitant. If
Yeah.
you're talking
Mm.
Same.
about a new X5, which is 2022 X5 compared to let's say a 4-year-old X5, the price difference is a lot, right?
Mm.
Mm,
470,000, 450,000 towards the 200. You're talking about hundreds of thousands in depreciation in value. But I think when you talk about a CX8 and a CX9, the depreciation is 50,000, 30,000.
there we go. There we go. So
There you
this is
go.
Yeah.
almost new. This is almost new. 196.
Which one?
These are
It's not
like a
almost new. Got a
2
60,000
years.
mileage on the car.
Yeah, 2 years, 3 years old car. Yeah.
Well, if you want to know what's a good mileage on a car, it's between
Mm,
10 to 15,000 a year.
a year.
Yeah. So if you're looking at a 2019, that's like 3 years.
Mm,
Maximum should be about 45K,
mm, mm, mm,
right?
mm.
So, but of
Because
course, if
what
you
else
can
said and
find,
done, the minimum one service will be done per year. At least the car is
yeah,
serviced properly and done. You're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
But I would say, bro, if you're looking between the CX8 and the CS9, the obvious answer is go for CX8. A new CX8, an all-wheel drive 2.5 turbo, you're
Yeah.
looking at 211,000,
Mm.
right? It's not far from this.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's not.
Yes,
It's not
it's
exactly.
I heard
Absolutely.
it's slightly smaller, but it's not entirely smaller. It's
mm.
still a seven-seater,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
newer.
Mm.
I will go for the CX8 if you're looking at the CX9,
When we
right?
drove the CX8 recently, it was also much better handling. It was small enough. It drove quite well. That time we had the CX-8 as well as I believe the Kia Carnival back to back, and yeah, we were quite impressed with the handling.
Yep.
Okay,
So go for the
so
CX-8. I got the recommendation though. Any other recommendation, bro? Go to Hyundai and ask for Santa Fe 2.2 diesel. Okay, because that car, hey, bro, have you seen the
true.
Santa Fe, man?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
And 2.2 diesel, you can pull on the highway. It's economical. You know, it's not rapid, but what I like about the Santa Fe, I just went on holiday with my dad. So my dad brought the Santa Fe back. You know, we just got him a Santa Fe, and it just feels so nice the way it goes through corners, riding bumps. It feels a bit German already, and it's seven-seater, right? Don't look it down because it's a diesel. Right now it's 211,000. You can get a premium high spec one for 211 with a sunroof. You know, 5-year
People forget
warranty.
overseas diesel is costlier, right? Diesel is the
Yes,
premium
yes,
spec car.
yes. And Santa Fe is the top selling.
But I think if
SUV
you're talking about resale value, then of course go for the CX-8 lah.
yeah. That's for sure.
You know, that's a
Hyundai are
given
not
lah.
known for good
Yeah.
resale value lah.
Yeah.
So CX is still a very strong competitor, but you ask for any recommendation, since you asked for it, check out the Santa Fe. Right?
Okay, so moving along, I think favorite category here. You're looking for a luxury, safe, sporty vehicle. So TOI
Aiyo,
Sport.
this one
You
close
ask
one eyes
Prakash,
so I
once
can
you
answer
answer
it.
one question, answer
Close
only
one
lah,
eyes lah.
Prakash.
Close one eyes.
Aiyo.
Close one
We
eyes.
all agree, yeah. We all agree this one, huh? We all agree.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you, I don't know.
You don't know?
Why?
No,
Why?
okay. If you take out the Volvo, I like the Volvo S60, but it's not
Yeah.
sporty. That's the only problem.
Yes.
It's not. It
Yep.
doesn't handle that. It can take the corner, but after you take the corner, you feel like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this with a Volvo? Like it
You
doesn't
feel the weight,
reward you.
Thomas. Correct. No matter what's said and done,
And
you can
Mercedes
feel the
C-Class
weight,
should
no
not
matter how
even be
powerful
in
it
this
is.
category as well. The
And
Mercedes
Volvo
C-Class
S60
200
doesn't reward you
double
to
A.
drive it fast. It doesn't reward you. It doesn't want you to drive it fast. You know? Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's easy one lah. BM.
If it's luxury and safety, the Volvo definitely have my money on it. But if you put the word sporty as my only car, very hard to look away from the GOI. It's hard to look away from it. It's very hard to look away from it.
Very hard, bro.
Yeah. And furthermore, the new
And,
3 Series are big, Prakaash.
Praveen,
The
if you're
interior space
looking
is big.
to buy the 330i now, we are running the last run-out edition that you can purchase. So,
Yeah, I saw that. What is that all about? Huh?
So normally what they do is run-out edition. It's before a new facelift or a totally new model comes out, which the facelift is coming out in November or December. Okay, so before that, like in August, September, and all that, they're going to run the run-out edition where they throw in 19-inch rims, Harman Kardon sound system. There are few nice options put into the car that cost about 25,000 for you to equip, but you just need to pay a premium of 5,000 to get that.
I see.
It probably holds a better resale also, because you have these things.
Will hold a better resale as well.
And by the way, guys, before we continue, I was going to say hello to everybody, 200 plus people watching. Those of you who don't know who is Prakaash, he's also a BMW specialist. He's super passionate about cars, and he's at PJ, Quill's BMW, right?
Quill.
So if you're looking for BMW and you want to get to know what you want to get consulted on BMW, you can just go straight to him. Instagram,
Yeah, Instagram.
Can we get his Instagram profile or something, Chiang, so that we can just DM him if you want to get to know more about BMWs and get the car up close and personal, and like good things like this where we didn't know, like, oh, the facelift is coming on November, December. These are really cool information, that we are. It's just nice to have, right? So hey, DM Prakaash, guys, if you want to find out more about BMW. Okay, Prakaash,
Thank you.
This is interesting. What do you think about used car prices now? Are they at a high now? So this is saying used car prices are high. Is it where to wait for supply issues to settle down before using a used car, or just go ahead and buy a new car and wait for the car? It's a thing now, isn't it?
Anytime soon.
Pardon?
Yeah, I don't think supply issues are going to be settled anytime soon.
Yeah,
really? Global issues,
I don't think anytime soon. used cars are high. Yes, yes, they are. Yes, and this is the reality of it. Uh, yeah, it's just a reality of it.
Okay.
We think we're going to go down. The thing is, we don't know when. There's no news or indication that things are going to look good, right? If there is
Mm-hmm.
things like war is ending, because Ukraine holds some of the more important resources we need for the superconductors. Um, it's just really jamming up the whole industry. So unless we hear a proper peace talk or something, that's going to continue going on, man. Even if they continue, we got all this backlog, man, right?
Yep.
100%.
So
Mm.
economics side, you think about it. I don't think the second price is going to drop anytime soon. The
Mm.
question, Brian, is that do you really need the car? If you need it, if you really or you really want the car, do it.
Mm.
Buy the car used,
What's
right?
what's interesting from us is that I hear people, my friends all, they said, "Oh, I booked in Volvo, Mercedes, and Audi. They book all places because waiting for stock." I'm like, wow. Then how do the guys in like all these companies predict or budget because refundable deposit, isn't it? So
Mhm.
I don't know what is real nowadays, man. That's the issue. Uh, Bobby says Prakash. So Bobby's tuning in. Thanks, Bobby, for tuning in.
That's
That's
Prakash's
Prakash's.
Instagram, right? Prakash with the double A, Prakash Karun. Okay,
Mm,
so message DM him if you wanna know more about BMWs. He's in Quill. Okay, all right.
okay.
Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
let's move on. So this is a question. This is a question. So Afik asks question. So Afik says, should I go for an older car with lower mileage or a newer car with higher mileage? Wow, interesting, huh? So 1.2i is this question. 2017 70k versus a 2015 20k mileage. Hmm.
Well, I think another thing I like to specify lah. Mileage of a car doesn't determine the how well a car is kept, right?
Hmm.
Mileage of a car.
Yep.
Sometimes you can
Hmm.
have a car that is low mileage, but of course 20k mileage is very, very low lah for
Hmm.
2015, right? Practically looks like the guy has only used the car for 2 years, or maybe lesser than that, right? But
Yeah.
totally depends. How does the 2017, the 2017 120i and the 2015, was there a change in look?
Uh,
The
sure.
It's the
2017,
same one. It's the facelifted one. Okay.
yeah,
It's still a Prince engine 1.6.
2015.
Yes, it's when they introduced the new one series, right? Late 2015 they
Yeah,
introduced
yeah,
it.
but the 2015 has got a different set of backside, I think. The 2017 came with the newer look, the more refined look.
No, 2015 already they introduced the new look. The F20 already
Yeah, yeah,
had
I
that.
mean the new look, yes, but if you look at the lights of the 2015 and 2017, is different.
Okay,
Mm,
okay. I
mm,
got it,
mm,
got it.
mm,
Yeah,
Okay,
mm,
okay.
mm, mm.
yeah. So in terms of looks wise, I think definitely the 2017 looks much sleeker. He's got a much nicer look to it. Of course, the 2017 is running the 1.6 Renault engine, the Prince engine of
Mm,
the car.
mm.
The Peugeot
You
engine,
know,
yeah.
but the 2017 120i M Sport was actually specced up very well with Alcantara interior, very beautiful interior. If you can pull up the 2017 M Sport interior, you will see it looks
Mm.
really nice.
I remember
I
now the real lights got the 3D effect one. There's a 3D
3D
effect
effect,
for the
same as the 3 series. But I guess
Yeah,
the other way to spin this is that if there's a fire warranty and warranty hasn't ended yet, you get the 2017 car, then you have the benefit of changing whatever stuff and getting it sorted with BMW before you get the car to your name. Oh, this is the one.
yeah. So you look at the yeah, this is the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
the seats. Mm.
So the seats and you look at the what is that door panel? You look at the stitching there is different as
Oh
well.
yeah, like a
Mm.
quilt pattern there.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta look at it matches the seats as well. So it's a very
Mm.
nice car and it was quite nimble and fast, but it's just that I didn't like the engine that was in the car lah.
Mm. Mm.
it's great chassis,
For
man.
your taste, lah, yes. For your requirements, lah. not not
I
not a
I I
not
I,
a
But I
I
know.
fantastic car.
turned down buying a Golf GTI to buy 118i, the pre
Oh.
facelift one. I turned it down
Mm.
to buy that because I felt that this car was just more fun to drive, a bit different,
Mm.
although slower. just in the corners, right? The tail coming out is a bit naughty, lah.
Okay, we got a very special guest here asking a question. Esther Shamini Paul asked, "How do you expect people to know defects of a car before buying it?" You know, you know.
Very simple.
All right.
You got to come to you got to take your car to a workshop and get
Yeah.
them diagnosed the 360 and list it all down
Yeah.
to know what are the defects before you buy a car. And sometimes when you buy it from a trustworthy individual, then like I'll give you a thing lah. I have a E39 530i which was refurbished and all that, and I just to refurbish the car already cost me about 5,000-6,000 already. So there's a guy who came and he also has an E39 with him, and he test drove my car and he told me, bro, I can't hear a single rattle in your car and it's already 20 over years old. So it's about buying a car from a trustworthy guy. But let me say this, regardless of how trustworthy a guy is, it's good for you to do your own due diligence and checking the car, getting it to a correct mechanic, getting it, done a 360 check and everything. So, yeah, Esther Shamini Paul. That's what you should do.
That
Yeah,
is
and also
Prakash's wife, actually.
it's a good one, man.
But you're right, bro. I echo you for anyone who's watching this show, buying used cars, get it checked up, PPI pre-purchase inspections, and if you're buying your pre-used or pre-owned from the showroom, get the service record out, get the sales guy to bring out all the service record, take a look at it, lah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting one. So Tyrant Alexa says he tried few 18i. The engine vibrates and you can feel inside. What was your experience driving the car, Promise?
For me,
Was it that bad?
engine
No,
really vibrates. You can feel inside.
No,
Wow.
this guy is talking about the 1.53 cylinder.
Oh,
So the
okay, okay.
118i actually came with a 3-cylinder 1.5 engine.
So
the moment you start the car,
is 1.5.
Yeah. So the moment you start the car, this changed in 2018 or 2019. I think that's when they brought the 1.5 3-cylinder. So this is when there was always a 3 engine, not 4.
Oh.
So it's not stabilized. But then BMW, I think BMW has done an amazing job with the car, because only when you start the car, so the 318, the 218 now, the current one, and the 118, these three platforms are all using the 1.5 3-cylinder engine. So, of course, when you start the car, you will feel there's a vibrate, but I never actually felt that there is going to be there's a vibration during a standstill positioning.
Yeah. I've tried the 3
Yeah.
series and I never felt the vibration. When you start, for a momentarily, vibration is there, but once you go in, it's fine.
Yeah.
Most likely, this car starting your test drive has got a bad engine mounting, not well looked after and stuff. So if it's a sorted car, you won't feel the vibration. It's BMW after all, Today, because Prakaash is here, we get a lot of questions on BMW. So, any experience on BMW M54 engine on the E39 facelift? What are the things I need to watch out for?
I don't think there's any issues with the M54 engine. I think it's one of the most robust engines I've used. I've had it on so many different cars. I also had the single Venos, double Venos, and everything. So it's a very stable engine, actually. What are the things you need to watch out? I think this is the M54 engines are very. I don't think there's any major problems with the whole engines per se, but of course you can always have the valve cover leaking a little bit here and there. There's always going to be some leaks here and there, which you can easily solve the issue, taking it to the right mechanic.
This is the same engine on your 530i, is that right?
Yeah, same engine on the 530i.
You know,
very
Thomas,
smooth.
I've sat in an E39. I've driven a bit, but never like a extended period or drive it hard. The other day I drove Prakash's one, and after the drive, I actually messaged Corn. Corn. I understand why you have E39 now. The E39 drives so much better than the E60. No, honestly, bro, the E39 drives way lot better than E60. It's so much more flat. It drives so
Yeah.
well.
It's
Uh,
a
I'm 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 just amazed how they've gone backwards to the E60 in terms of
A
driving
comfort level
dynamics.
E60 better lah, bro.
Of course,
Comfort.
comfort, yes, like, you're
Ah,
right. But in terms of
you can't beat that lah.
driving dynamics,
No, but
it's
you see, the thing is, what BMW try to do is they try to
mm,
go the lighter way for the E60. Hence, they changed a lot of things in the engine using magnesium parts, a lot of things in the body as well. So that's
mm,
why you would feel the car is less grounded because
mm,
it's not
mm,
heavy. So a
correct.
common fact that has triggered a lot of individuals, for example, from the E39 to the E60, the E90 to the F30,
Mm,
everybody complained about the steering. Why is the steering so light?
light.
Why,
Yeah.
they've changed the whole system, right?
Mm,
And but when so I had a E9, I had the E82, which was using the similar setup of a E90, the heavy setup. When you take the turns are heavy and all that. But then when I sit in the F30 and also the E60, it becomes so light, right? But for me is whether I like the E60 E60 F30 setup or compared to the E90 and E82 and the E39 setup. I like both.
mm, mm, mm.
Okay, I like both. They both give me a total different sense
Different.
of
Yep.
driving pleasure, right?
Mm,
It's not the same. I can also have an E39 that I just take and just want to cruise with it. Then I can have
yep.
sit on the E60 and maybe I can just blast in the corner and do some drifts with it because the steering becomes so easy for me to control.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay.
So,
Moving on.
sorry. So for this
Mm,
guy, the engine is solid. Don't worry about it. E39 facelift is a great car. If you're looking for one, I have one. You can holler at me. So, so yeah.
Like Prakash said, guy, is no the guy get in the car, no rattling. Okay, and guys, I want
Yeah.
to give you a little
yeah.
advice on unsolicited advice on buying used car or old cars, 10, 15, 20 years old, 30 years old cars. Don't look at like, okay, this one cheaper than this one, or that guy
Yeah.
I can 5,000 cheaper. You know, even if you can spend the same money to make it the same condition, even if
Mm, mm,
okay,
mm, mm.
if you can do it, it takes time, the source for parts, you find the right seafood to do it.
Yeah.
This kind of cars, right? Depending who
Thomas
do
is
it, makes a
spot on.
difference.
Spot on.
Okay,
Spot on. I was
if
just
you
about to.
even Prakash puts a little premium on what he does. I don't even think it's a premium, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you've seen cars like the
Mm,
E30 and the Alphas and stuff, what he's putting is very, very extremely reasonable. Okay, so if you're in the market for E39, I
yeah.
would suggest that take a hard look
Mm,
at Prakash. Yeah.
yeah. And I've driven the exact car that you're selling, Prakash. My God, it's brilliant. So smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yes.
The guy today also really liked it, but he wanted to make 3 payments. So I said, not the car lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
When you
I don't
you
know
have
why we're not
okay.
making this up, Thomas. We are getting a lot of questions on BMW because of
There are a lot of
Prakash.
BMW questions, bro. Because Prakash brought all the BMW questions. All right, let's help answer all the
Okay.
questions just
So
in case.
Tyler Chong
But
is here. Yes.
before we go, I want to correct us a little bit. CX9, CX8 is 6-seater only for fully spec. 6-seater only, just so you know. Okay.
Mm,
Anyways, okay, back here. The opinion from you guys. I'm thinking about whether to cop BMW
Chop.
M5 chop. Okay, Miss Book BMW M3, M3 X Drive G80, or is there any other
Wow.
options in the market? Personally, I'm looking for M5 F90 as well.
Wow. So nice.
Okay, I tell you something. When they first came out with the G80 M3, right? Everyone said the nose very big. I was neutral to it. But
Mm,
when I saw it in person, right, I actually said, well, good job. Great. I actually like the front. I
I
actually
love it.
no problem. And
mm,
see the way when the car moves, right, it looks nice. I actually like the front, the Bugs Bunny. If you say what you want, it looks good. Yeah.
mm, mm.
Okay, so
Well, this one is a very hard. To me, I think both cars are fucking amazing, lah. Honestly, they are amazing to the moon and back, lah. Right? But of course, the F90 has got a bigger presence, not only in terms of, I mean, in terms of size, lah. Right? Size wise, is a much more. Let's put it this way: if you go and sit in a 330i G20 and a G3530i, automatically you see the difference in terms of build quality and blah 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 and everything. And the same thing you can see in the presence of these two cars, right? A $1 million car against a $700,000 car. But if you're talking about brand new against a Recon M5 F90, well, I'll go for the F90 lah.
but you know what? I don't like the M5. For some reason, the way it drives, I find it sometimes a bit frustrating with the M5,
Why?
especially the competition. It's
Really?
a bit- I feel it a bit too gentle. It lacks the craziness that I relate M cars to. There's a bit of madness, a bit of the engine is mad. Okay, the engine is good. That one don't have to argue. The engine is it pulls like a supercar. Okay, it pulls not a sports car, it pulls like a supercar. Okay,
Yeah.
but just when it comes to like when you corner or you take brake, you take hard corners, something about it feels a bit too tame for me.
It's not a sports car, lah. It's still a large sedan, lah.
I know,
Yeah,
but,
well-
but you drive like okay, it is the F series lah, the M5 not very, you know what I mean, right? But the M3, I don't.
But you see, Thomas, the whole idea of them making an M5 in that particular segment was not for what you're talking about. You get what I'm saying or not? They made
Yeah, I
the
know, I know.
M3. They made the M3 for that particular segment, for it to be so
Yeah.
agile, for it to run around tracks and all that. But then the so similarly, they cannot make a 5 series to run around like a 3 series, right? So that's the
Yeah.
same methodology that they used when they created the M5 against the M3. An M3 is supposed to be so much more agile, but it's not meant to be as refined in terms of interior quality, in terms of build quality as the
M5,
M5. So the M5 is designed to do different things, and the M3 is used to do different things. But at the end of the day, both these cars, I think, even if you drive, you're never going to be able to take it to the limits unless you take it to a track, or you're going to go on autobahn and stuff like that, right? Then it boils down to the price point already. Whether you want, so for me, sometimes the way I look at it, M5 F90 was 1 million, right? BMW made that car for 1 million, and now I can get it for 650,000, right? And I feel like, damn, I'm buying a bargain, like such an amazing car, and I'm buying it at a bargain price for that amount of power. But trust me, if you're going to drive it in Malaysian roads on daily, you will be able to do the same thing you do in the M3 with the M5 as well.
I think one more thing to consider is this lah. It's the way the car looks lah. Because you
Yes,
see
yes.
Thomas
Yeah,
walk up to M5,
100%.
you think like this father's car lah. Why Thomas driving M5, right? You think why this bugger driving M5, right? Right. So you will believe when Thomas drives an M3, right? But when Thomas says drive M5, you're like, also depends how you want to present yourself also. I think the
True.
M5 is
Very true.
the styling queue is very conservative also lah. But it's not a
Yeah,
bad thing. It's
yeah.
not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on.
But yeah, the M5 engine is like a supercar engine lah. There's a
So
5-horsepower.
2017 F25 X3 pros and cons. Looking at SUVs, and it's one of the options in 130 plus minus.
Well, 2017 F25 X3 would be the one with the 2.0 engine lah. And the horsepower is only 184.
84? Yeah.
Yeah, 184. Torque is about 350. So I was, when I joined BMW in 2016, these were the cars that I was dabbling with. And with the drive on the car, it's it drinks petrol as well. So, and I think the power to weight ratio was a little bit under for these F25 X3s.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but having said all that, when you look at the price point of what you're getting as a car at
130.
130,000,
Yeah.
and if it comes with a good low mileage, then
Mm.
definitely you can buy it.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay. Next question. Thomas, want to pick one?
Sure. Wait, I want to. I think we have to give accurate answer. I want to come back to the CX5. I've been doing some research while you guys are talking, and
Yep.
to verify what
It's
Eugene
turbo, right?
and Henry
Yep.
are
Yep.
saying. Yes. The high spec CX8, the turbo 2.5, that's only 6 seats.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Mid
Okay.
are the ones that have 7 seats. Okay, so I want to just
I see.
clarify that for all the viewers
Okay.
at home. Okay, so we are
Okay.
accurate. And I want to come back to City Wong. Which MPV SUV good for seniors 70 years, family of 7? Dude, if I have the money, I think my money's in the Grand Carnival. Yeah. It's, it's,
Mm.
it's, it's just really
It
comfortable.
it has to be low. I mean, low entry point. I mean,
Yes.
egress must be easy to get
Yes.
into. It has to be like a low
So I will stay with my
MPV.
SUVs because the ingress and
Mm.
egress of a SUV is not as gentle as an MPV lah.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
So
True.
Grand Carnival, I think is a great package. If not, the other thing I can rating off is actually I can't think of much. If you want to
No lah.
go different price range,
Carnival.
bro, 200,000 is Carnival plus
Carnival is the
minus,
best lah.
and then the lower price range, I don't know, maybe
Uh,
I can't think of much.
because the Carnival has got dual sliding doors. So if you got senior citizens, whatever, coming on both side, getting in, coming out, it's one of the best packages out there, like, you
Yeah.
know, and also you can slide across. Um, it's the sort of captain seat that you sink in. So yeah, for all that reason, I think the Carnival is a good choice, Thomas. I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to a few more questions. Advice on A35 or Megane RS. Sorry, you have to stop the BMW questions for a bit. Let's go for other brands as well. Okay, A35
Yeah,
or Megane RS. You know what my answer is, so I won't say.
different league, isn't it? Both of them,
Yes, differently. Depend how you
different
want the
league
car to
lah.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different league.
Megane RS is definitely the higher, the more edgy car to drive on the edge. The rear swings out. The car is a bit more naughty, and but it's the build quality not great lah because it's the Megane. Okay, it's a Renault. Okay, in terms of interior. If you want to talk about pure fun, I think the Megane RS has my money on it. If you're new to driving, you haven't driven a lot of track, you haven't driven a lot of cars. I think the A35 will be more less intimidating. Okay,
Mm.
will be easier to drive, less intimidating. The Megane can catch some people off guard. It's not that easy to drive hard. Yeah. So that's my advice, Onglin. Really consider how you want your car to be. If you want it to feel stable, settled, then the A for A35. And if you're new to driving A35,
Megane RS is manual, right?
they got automatics, more automatics than manual in Malaysia.
Okay, okay.
The
Well, I would
automatic
definitely
is
go for the Megane RS with the manual lah.
not
100%.
So
And
that's
it's a
my advice.
rarer car.
If you're more seasoned, I think Megane RS. Not so seasoned, go for the A35. You want more playful, Megane RS. You want more settled, more assuring, go A35.
I
How
also
you guys
think the
want
Megane
advice?
RS has got a nicer look to it lah. Although it's not one of my most favorite looking Megane RS, but I think
Hey, it's damn
I
good
don't know.
looking, bro.
I don't know. I
There's a
prefer the
Lamborghini
Megane RS
styling
to
on
the
the hatchback,
A35
bro.
lah. Sorry?
There's
Yeah.
a Lamborghini styling on the hatchback. Only a
Yeah.
Megane can pull that off.
Really?
There,
Yeah?
there's a lot more styling
The
cues on
rear
the Megane
diffuser,
RS.
not the
A
same
lot more
picture.
styling
Look at
cues.
the diffuser.
A35
Diffuser,
and A45.
yeah, like
I hate
all the
that lah.
diffuser, the exhaust, the lights, the tail
Ah.
lights, every corner of the Megane RS looks beautiful. Whereas the Mercedes looks like, oh, this could be a normal Mercedes, but ricer a bit, you know.
Look at the
I just
diffuser.
So,
Then
You
the
know what
Lamborghini
you know what,
bro.
Thomas, I regret I never drove this car of yours.
Oh yeah,
I regret, man.
Mm,
yeah, yeah, quite fast. I turned over already.
mm.
I wanted, yeah,
But the guy, but the
I
guy who
wanted to
bought it,
compare it to the my Focus RS lah.
but the guy who bought it, Prakash, it's a fan of yours. So I met the guy who bought it, and he was saying like, yeah, I I was looking at Prakash's video, I was looking at Thomas's video, and I was like, what to buy and all that. So yeah, so he's actually a fan of
Mm.
yours, you know.
Mm.
Okay, Hong Ling, I hope
Um,
I give you advice on it. All right.
I'm
And if
going
you
to
can get
mute
the
for a
Macan
while to
RS,
answer a call.
if you see a Macan RS manual, Hong Ling, I'll give you advice. If you see a manual,
mm, mm,
book it. Sight unseen, just book it first.
mm,
This car's
mm.
manual and the Mark 4, right?
Yep.
It goes super fast. I kid you not, within one night it can be sold on. So my advice again, if you really want a Macan RS and you want a
Mm,
manual, don't
mm.
hesitate. Pull the trigger.
You
Just
find
pull
it,
the trigger
buy
first.
it.
Because they go really fast. There's only 6 manuals brought in by TC Euro. Okay, by
Crazy, yeah.
Tanjong Euro. Yes, only 6 manuals. Okay, they will not bring any more already. If you want to bring yourself, 260, 270, you go and AP yourself. Right? Go to say a recon dealer and AP yourself. So if you really see one and you really like it, my advice is don't wait, pull the trigger fast. This is not a sort of ask you to buy kind of thing. It's legit advice. This is to ask for
Yep,
advice.
yep.
Legit
Mm.
advice. Okay.
Praveen asks a continuous question again. Since Mercedes is
Nice.
out of the question, what will be the maintenance cost for a T30i, M Sport, and S80 T8, which is a good for long term? So, for long term, definitely the non-hybrid is the better option. T30i is something that you can use for a very long time, very reliable engine. B48 engine, it's going to be
Yeah.
bulletproof, like, for a very long time. The S60 T8,
I won't
after
say
the warranty
bulletproof.
expires,
The more trusted
well,
engine.
till now, you see, like, when you see, you look, if you go online and see what called common problems N20 engine, common problem E-triple engine, common problem got issues, common problems B48. If today you look on Google now, there is none. And this engine has been there from 2016 till now. Nothing's been found. There are few cases one guy said, oh, that's a boring issue, but yeah, it's very remote. But there is no known um, like known defect with the B48 and the B48 engines. It's just one
Yeah.
of those things that BMW just knock it out of the park, like, just brilliant piece of engineering from
Yeah.
BMW in that engine. So yeah, my choice is a bit 30i. Maintenance cost nothing much. What can you wish for? Lubricant, fuel filter, air, oil filter, nothing much, like, simple
The
car to maintain.
S60, however, the engine is very reliable. The twin charge engine, right? It's
Mm,
actually
mm,
the Volvo built the 2.0 liter. The same
mm,
block can take turbo charging, can take twin charging,
mm,
no problem.
mm,
Okay, the block is
mm.
actually good. The only problem with the Volvo now is that you're putting in the equation of hybrid, then becomes a question mark. I mean,
Yep,
Volvo so far, touch wood, not so bad, but again, there is always that is a complicated. Hybrid engines are complicated. It's not as
yep.
straightforward as having
Yeah,
an internal
but then
combustion
again, 4 years, which is a good run for 4 years. The BMW is a
GTI.
5 years unlimited mileage warranty on the car, so there's nothing for you to worry about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maintenance cost
So
is zero, lah.
we're just saying that
Maintenance cost zero.
I was just saying while the Volvo's engine is great, the question is then you got the hybrid systems. You got to think about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So the GTI lah.
Maintenance
Even
cost for the 33i is going to be straightforward, very straightforward.
Yep.
no surprises lah. Yeah.
No surprises. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is an interesting fantasy question. Yeah, exactly. Fun weekend car for 30k cash, or a daily driver for 70k cash. Okay, let's ask all of us come up with one example. Thomas,
Okay.
what's your pick?
I go first. Weekend car
Ah.
30k cash. Try to find a Polo GTI 9N3. I think it's a fun weekend car to have. Manual. It's you can chuck it down the road. It's turbo charge. You can just really go gun the car lah. On top of my head, that's the car. Daily driver 70k cash. I really like diesels. Santa Fe 2014-15, you can get cash for 60k. That'll be a nice daily to drive. And then the weekend you can just whack, and then you can fetch family members, you can fetch things, carry things in the car, assuming you got family. Then this is my two on top of my head. Okay, done.
So For
But
me,
don't
fun
get the
weekend car.
don't get the petrol Santa Fe. Please get the diesel, okay? Because the car is very heavy and 2.4 for the 2.4 is rubbish in its economy. Right?
Yeah. For me, a fun weekend car has to be something small and lightless. Maybe like a Swift, or maybe even a Ford Fiesta, Ford Focus is what I think. Right now, I'm in that kind of mood right now that I'll get.
Focus.
I mean that I kind of liking the whole Ford Fiesta, Ford Focus, Swift kind of a thing. I'm vibing the whole like compact hatchback cars. Daily driver 70K. I'll pick something like a comfortable, maybe F30 N20 engine, the pre-facelift kind of thing. So I think you can get 70K now, 3 Series. I think that's a solid car to get. Issues with the timing chain and stuff you sort out. I think that's a yeah good 320i car to get. Perhaps 3 Series, no issue. Prakash, what's your pick?
So
Prakash.
fun weekend car, 30K.
30K, yeah.
Okay. A 328i E36 with a manual gearbox.
Whew.
Okay. Or a 325i with a manual gearbox. Okay.
Okay.
I think you can find these cars for that range. Okay. And just what and a daily driver will be a F10.
Hmm.
F10 5 series, maybe a 520i
Yeah.
2013, 2012, or even a 523. Okay, a well sorted one. Wow, that's a
Hmm.
good combo, lah. You know,
Actually,
weekend you
Prakash, you
got
know
a
what? I think I like your option better than mine. Because you know
Yeah,
what, you know what,
yeah.
actually
huh?
what you were saying exactly is what
Yeah.
I would have bought and what I'm doing now lah. So yeah, I think it's actually
Sorry, they are both BMWs, lah. You know,
yeah, I know,
but
no,
the
and I know.
E36 is trust me, a very it's a lovely chassis,
Yeah.
cheap to maintain,
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
nice to drift around.
Hmm.
So
Ooh,
yeah, there you
interesting.
go.
Hey, actually,
Mm.
I got a suggestion for you, Henry. For the 70K cash, Prakash suggested 520i F10, right? The 2.0 liter turbocharged, right? I would I would say if you really want that car, right, you go to some used car dealers who offer 528i, okay, the 2 liter turbocharged one, and try to nego them down to 70, near 75, 70,000. Okay.
Yep,
Mm.
I
yep,
like
yep,
the
yep,
328i, the 528i, the engine. Okay, so if you can get
Yep.
that's a nice daily driver, Prakash. I think it's very well
yeah, yeah,
documented. People know this car is not
yeah.
alien. It's everywhere, and it
Correct.
handles well. It drives
And
well.
as well, looks
There's no
good.
complaint about that car. The car is solid, lah, right? In terms of so
True.
actually, that's a very nice daily driver. If I were
Mm.
you, Henry, I would try to go and get a 528i. If you cannot settle for the 520i, lah, but I will try to get the 528i. Yeah, yeah. Nice choice, man. Nice choice.
Okay. Quick question here. So someone from a video under the rain in Sungai Buloh a few days back, car broke down. No, so I was helping a friend to pick up a car, and I picked up the car with no fuel, and ended up with no fuel and in the middle of the rain, waiting to the petrol station to fuel up, and it was raining lah. So yeah, one of those things lah. Yeah. Okay,
Wait,
moving
one
on.
question here, bro. This one for Prakash. Hey, Prakash, do you recommend getting a Z4 S-Drive 330i or wait a few years to get the M40i? Currently driving the SLK and kind of bored with the 4 cylinders engine.
Oh, okay. Hi, Kevin. Well, I don't think you will ever be able to get the M40i. It's going to be really tough because I'm not sure how many cars did BMW actually bring in, or if there's any aftermarket ones. But definitely, Z4 S Drive 30i is already a very nice car to drive. But if you can get hold of the M40i, wow,
Mm,
that's
mm,
that'll be
mm.
amazing, man.
Okay.
Mm.
Leading on the question earlier on 18i. So
What's the price
Balakrishnan
of the 30i? What's the price nowadays
I
for
think
30i?
I think now about 300.
Mm.
Hey, where did this come from? The Z4 3.0 CPU.
Yeah, suddenly, you're looking for this car today. See, today, bro.
Yeah,
Today
wow.
only. 642.
Joe.
See,
This is the car that Prakash
Okay,
was looking at, right?
Kevin. I know you're asking Prakash, but you never asked me. I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Try Zuffenhausen. Try the Boxster. You may like it. 981. Hey, there's one on the market now. 981 Boxster S
I
3.4
saw.
liter, 6-cylinder. Okay, NA.
oh, that one, bro. Let me tell you all something. If that was the choice, the 981 any day,
Mm.
any day,
Yeah,
bro, any
Yeah.
day. But what's the price difference?
288K, right? It was
280 plus.
cheaper.
280.
Uh,
But cash lah.
cheaper.
Sorry, 180,
288.
280, bro. 280.
280. Oh, I love it, lah, bro.
Mm.
That's one heck of a car, lah.
Hey, Con, apa khabar, Con?
Hey, why the other one is so much more expensive? 380.
Boxster S nowadays are very the night ones are ridiculous in their price nowadays. People just buy, don't want to sell it.
So one fella is spending 100,000 more than the other guy, is it?
Yeah, it is. Now is
So-
willing buyer, willing seller. This kind of cars, bro.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
2017, this car was selling for 300,000, bro.
Yeah, I understand.
But okay, Kevin. Okay, to give you a
So
see your
Kevin, go and buy the yellow one straight away.
Yes.
Yeah, Kevin. If I go try Zuffenhausen. Don't just look at the Z4. They are great. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Z4. Okay, this openly declare I'm not a big fan of the Z4. I like the one that Prakaash had, the one the Z. That one
No.
looks really cool.
I'll be very honest with Thomas. I'm also not a fan of the latest Z4. I don't like the shape.
Yeah.
I still love the Chris Bangle Z4. That's my favorite.
Oh yes, the E85, right?
Yeah, the E85, correct.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, go with the Boxster, man. I mean, in terms of convertible, small size convertibles, it's very hard to beat a Boxster in terms of the refined quality of the ride, the sportiness and comfort. I mean, that blend and it's just very hard to beat now. I cannot wrap my head around finding something better than the Boxster. Not because I drive one, but really there isn't much.
Hmm.
Unless you're looking at a 4 Series convertible, maybe you have something different. Yeah.
It,
Okay, maybe
it,
the
it
4
still
Series
won't be
convertible.
as good of a chassis as Boxster.
But
So
I think he
chassis
likes
wise,
the look of the Z4 lah. He likes the Z4 look lah. The long nose,
Yeah. drive a Boxster, bro. You will prefer the Boxster. But
Yeah,
when cash
yeah,
is the issue, obviously, I know there's a
Yeah,
cash.
cash. That's the thing.
So
Yeah.
earlier
If
we
I'm
had
not
a question
mistaken, that
about
car
one.
was trying to be sold for 380, then wasn't sold.
Oh,
So now that it's past the loanable time, it dropped down to 280, 80 something.
I see.
Ah.
So earlier we had a question about 118. So Balakrishnan has one. He said it doesn't vibrate, 3-cylinder, no issue. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and Kevin, no worries, man. But I would say that if you can find a 981 in loadable range, go get it fast. These cars will go fast, man. A lot of people who buy 981s don't want to let go of their cars because they really very hard to find the car like that. Yeah. So it's a buying advice, legit buying advice. Go fast, don't wait. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this is a question for Con. Con is more option. This a Camry XC40 Accord 8 Gen or an Audi A4 B8 or an E90 T20 for a second car.
A4.
The first option I'll eliminate is the E90 320 lah.
Okay.
Right. A4 B8 also better go for a Quattro model. XC40 and Accord 8 Gen are safe buys, but they are safe buys, not very exciting buys. Actually, if you're looking at E90, why not consider a
What they
325
go for this car? 80,000.
What? They are around in the 30,000-40,000 range.
30, yeah. E90,
Oh, so cheap.
yeah.
Yeah.
E90 T20 you can even get I think like 20 plus some of them.
Yeah,
Audi
but
A4 B8 is 30,000. Serious?
That was
Wow.
buy.
yeah.
Think understand.
I didn't say anything about that.
But if there's an E90, if there's an E90 320 with
Yeah.
manual gearbox, then
There are a few
Then-
of them, right, Prakaash?
I
E320s
have-
with manual gearboxes.
I have one, bro.
You have one. Oh, siapa minat sila PM Prakash tepi.
Probably
Yeah.
the okay.
The only
Between
one
the
lah.
two Germans, probably the more reliable one is the 320 lah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the more
Mm.
predictable, more well-known engine, and of course the chassis more sorted lah. That one lah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you're looking at the 390, E90, right, the 6 cylinders are always the better bet. Always the better bet.
Yeah. So I remember, Connor, I actually messaged you after driving the E39. I said, "Oh, I'm impressed with the E39 6-cylinder. How smooth it is."
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. Never get tired of driving the car.
So if it's E90, Con, what do you think? 320, 325?
325 for sure.
325 for
But,
sure.
I would say don't overlook the 323.
Mm.
If you get a 323 that's of decent condition, don't overlook that.
But let me tell you something about the 325. It only comes in the M Sport variant, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And that one, anyone who's going to test drive the car, if you're going to have passengers at the back most of the time, then it's going to be an issue. Because for some reason, the absorbers on the 325s were very stiff and cars were very low. Okay, for the M Sport variant. Every time you go on any hump that most cars will never ever get touched by the bumpers, the 325 will definitely get. So 325 is a car that handles really well because of the M Sport suspension, absorbers and everything. But in terms of daily driver, it's like you're driving a lowered car.
Yeah.
Prakash, I saw one last weekend, the 325 E90 had a sunroof. Did only that had sunroof, or all the three had sunroof
I
options?
don't think the 325 came with sunroof, you know.
I think those were import versions.
Import versions lah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I've since learned it's not difficult to want to pasang a sunroof on a car. It's whether the job is properly done or not, we do not know.
So is
I
the
know.
E39 getting a sunroof?
No lah, sunroofs are not my thing. Like if they didn't come from the factory, I wouldn't do it. Sunroof is one thing I will not retrofit in my cars lah.
Yeah.
You
It should not
need,
be same here lah.
you need to be the balls of steel to do sunroof fitting.
No lah, there are some good guys to do it lah, you know. So
Yeah, there are people who do a proper job with it, one, but I wouldn't.
But when it messes up, it really messes up.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, because it's permanent.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh, I
permanent.
got too much. Oh shit, I got too much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
But
Okay, let's
since
move on.
Hilux versus Triton versus Ranger versus Navara versus D-Max. Basically, all the pickup trucks in Malaysia.
Okay. So
80% on the road.
80% on the road. The Ranger and the D-Max are probably the Triton also. Actually, they're quite
no, if you ask me, right, the best on-road manners, Triton.
Triton
On-road
is
manners.
best. Is good on road, but I just felt it was a bit light. It was the steering input was too light. I was not confident in the fact it was more like a car, you know, driving more like a car.
Yeah, that's the whole.
And driving such a big vehicle with such a light steering, I was a bit scared. So I want a bit more of an input.
Thana, this was before your days with us. There was one time me, Bobby, Autobus, right? We did a trip around Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
We were keeping up with AMG C43s in a Triton, you know.
Yeah. I mean
once
you hit the speed, they'll pick up, you know. But I just feel that for a good balance, I still prefer the Ranger. But the D-Max is like a close second for me, like personally, you know.
The new D-Max has much better road manners than any of its predecessors. Because previously D-Max we always associate as being a very rugged, a very tough car, but the new one, fantastic road manners.
And also, you know, like how people say, like when you say road handling, there is 70% on the car, but 30% is the interior. How well you're seated, how comfortable it is.
Yeah.
The D-Max, I think, from the lot has the best interior, best seat, comfortable.
Okay. Yes. If you look at it from an interior fitment point of view, right, the Triton really loses out very badly. The Triton still feels like previous gen in terms of the way the interior is built. Yeah.
Look at the D-Max.
Navara also is
Mitsubishi,
very.
yeah.
Hmm?
Wait, somebody just bought one car. I forgot which one they bought lah. Very nice, apparently. I don't know which.
But right now, lah, in the pickup world, lah, I would say the D-Max is the best all rounder. Pending a review of the new Ranger, lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, pricing point of view, the new Ranger is 160 starting from the D-Max
Ranger
is
the
130.
price is very up there, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
up
yeah.
there, man. Yeah, Rangers are expensive, so there you go. That's another issue.
I don't know how the new Ranger rides on the road, but I agree with Con. I like the Titans ride. Yeah, the ride is very nice. I like the ride. I personally I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on a few
so
more questions over here.
can we take a small detour? He asked, Thomas, what's your plan with the M2?
Stock. The only thing I'll change probably is the brake pads because I wanted the bigger brake option, but I can't get it, so I have to just maybe change the brake pads. But I want to keep it stock. Man, the car got so much power already lah. What the heck? Like, and seriously, do exhaust. Everything is my daily, bro. I don't want it to sound so loud. Dating the car. So yeah, I like to slowly mod my cars if I want to, but no plans at all. Nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Question here, quick one. What would you recommend after the A45 W1176? Look, you let us know your budget. We answer your question. This is a bit wide.
Yeah.
Okay. So give us a budget. Yeah. Thanks. Thana, how's your E30? Your 30, sorry.
It's a long saga. So now I'm in the final stage of getting it done. So the issue was that there aren't many really expert EV technicians in Malaysia, even within the BMW circle. So I had to go around to find the final one, and I found my SC, which kind of solving that. But yeah, so wait for the video. No news yet. Once it's done, I'll do a full review. What happened, the issues, what to look out for. But I'm hopeful within another couple of weeks I should get the car back. But yeah, March till now. Can you imagine? 4 months, bro.
Sorry for your misery.
Quick one, Prakaash. Best entry level BMW young adult. Taste is more towards something.
218i.
218i, right? Okay.
218 coupe.
218i Grand Coupe, right? Frameless doors.
Famous door, M Sport kit. The car is packed up well. Fuel efficient. Car is nimble. Car is small. Car looks like it.
Looks the business.
Compared to the A class sedan, I think
But I feel the 2 Series, the proportions a bit tall though, especially when viewed from the back. The back has too many layers, makes it look very tall.
I don't know. I think it looks unique. I think that when the world of BMWs all look kind of similar, this stands out. It's a car that's meant to stand out from the color, from the design element.
That's true.
Yeah. So for my wife, imagine me, my wife preferred this compared to all the other BMs. My kids also prefer this over the other BM by looking at the car.
Yeah, I see your point.
And I like the 3 Series. I'm like, really? Are you sure?
The 2 Series is
those
not
people like the
designed
3 Series are all business.
Okay, it's designed to pull in new customers, and it did exactly that.
Correct. Yeah, they did a very good job. I mean, the looks wise, the interior, the ambient lighting, everything about the car, it just looks fantastic. I did a review of this car with I think I was reviewing a watch, and it was actually quite nice. Oh, Tim Wong says, Prakaash, he look for you on the E39. So yeah, so
nice.
He just messaged me actually.
Oh, awesome.
On Instagram.
Which one? The 530?
Yeah, 530.
Con, you must try Con. Have you driven the car?
I've driven a few 530s before, and
I
know
you must drive Prakaash's 530i. It is so quiet. It is so refined. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, so this dude is asking a question here. He's asking a few times. Let's help him out. Ethan is asking, hi, how does the steering feel driving dynamics differ from the E60 and the F10 6-cylinder models? He believes that the E60 has hydraulic power steering, while the F10 has electric power steering.
The E60 is sharper. No two ways about it. E60 is sharper.
Very
The
true.
E60 steering is very, very quick.
Con, does the E60 from memory, does it ride higher also? I just felt it was a bit higher compared to the F10.
Yeah,
Uh,
it does.
So
It does.
the
It does.
the the, the,
You're
the, the
right.
whole the whole body roll has more body
Yeah.
roll on the E60 opposed to F10. That's what I remember most about the
the
E60.
really, I thought the F10 would roll more. In fact, the general consensus is that in the 5 Series lineage, the
Mm,
F10 is the goat of the range.
really, yeah.
Is the Yeah, it's the from a dynamic standpoint, the F10 is the biggest, floatiest one, because
Mm.
BMW got a lot of flack with the E60 and E90 generation. People say, "Wow, you too stiff, you too stiff, you too stiff." So F10 and F30 they soften it, but then people say, "You made it too soft." So
I guess it depends what you're using it for, lah. But
yeah,
I remember seeing that the line of sight, I felt taller in the E60 versus the F10.
but the F10, right? I think lah. Despite a lot of the traditional enthusiasts say it's the least appealing to drive, right? But it is the best day. It's a fantastic daily car, I would say. The F10,
Mm.
yeah,
So Prakash, what do
almost
you
to
feel on the dynamics of the cars?
Sorry.
What do you feel on driving both these cars?
Wait,
F10 versus E60.
Well, I own both of them. However, I've of course used the F10 way more than the E60 in terms of, well, they both drive like a BMW lah. So you, you can't you can't say which is better. But of course, the F10 feels a bit more refined.
More
I
plush,
think when you sit in the E60, you feel like you want to drive it fast. But when you sit in the F10, it's more of just, you
Oh,
know, just sit like a boss a bit and just cruise and relax. It's got a
mm,
more relaxed sort of feel to it. But yeah, coming back to Con's statement about the F10 feeling a bit more boaty, yes, definitely. It's because it's gone bigger, larger in terms of
mm,
diameters and all that. So yeah, in terms of length and
but
width
that
and
being said,
everything.
But that being said, also, right, I think when I was when I was reviewing these cars, right, I had a conclusion that even towards the end of its
Hmm.
model life cycle, right, the F10 was still class leading in terms of dynamics against its competitors.
Yep,
Even though
100%.
BMW was, yeah, the F10 was still class leading against competitors.
But the F10 sales did way better than the E60 sales.
Oh, of course, because it's just
Mm.
a much better rounded car than the E60.
mm.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
But if you
Sounds good.
ask me, the E60 M5 and the F10 M5, I close
Yeah.
both eyes lah. Of course, don't know what eyes I have lah. The You know which one I'm gonna pick lah.
Yeah.
Ah,
The sound.
Okay. So ET is asking 2005, 2008, 996, 997,
Huh?
DB9, Maserati
huh?
Gran Turismo,
What's the one
Very,
in
very
the year?
or any
Ini
suggestions for
semua
bachelor?
sudah all
Wrong
his
lah.
things are
all over
all
the place.
all
Rojak
over the
lah.
Oh,
place
okay.
lah.
Wait.
So
I want to finish because some people listen to this, they're not watching
Sure,
this, they're
sure.
listening. Let's finish the question. Bachelor focus on exhaust, well balanced, feel like occasion weekend car. I think ET, I think like what everyone's reacting right now is like, what's your priority, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like all over the place.
Mm.
Okay.
so
Even the
Thomas,
years are
what
not
would you
aligned.
say if all these cars?
Okay. I pick out two things. Okay. Weak exhaust sound, feel like on the occasion. Okay. Those other two, I think. Look, if you want to feel like occasion, forget balance. Seriously, you want occasion, give up
Yeah.
balance. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to step in the car, you want to feel special. Balance is not what you want. You want extremes in certain areas, right? So, bachelor focus on exhaust sound and feel like occasion. Let's see, 996, 997. Okay, while it sounds great, the engine sounds great, it's not a loud, a very beautiful sound. I'll be honest with you, okay?
Hmm.
It's nice, but it's not epic. It's not in the realms of epic. DB9, pretty good. The best sounding car here is the Maserati Gran Turismo. Flat, nothing's gonna beat the sound of that car. Okay. But I got a suggestion for you, ET. Since you put these cars over here, look for Maserati Grand Cabrio. It will make it feel like a bloody occasion. You
Yep.
can take it out the hotel lobby. It looks like a baller. You can take it out on a weekend drive. You can take it to Penang. It is a freaking occasion. Okay, it is out of the world. The way it
But I heard
looks.
it
See.
the maintenance is it kill you,
Basically,
right?
the ancillary for the Gran Turismo is all Ferrari parts. The engine is not exactly, but everything else is Ferrari parts. From filters to belt, timing chain, everything is Ferrari lah. So you're paying Ferrari prices to maintain a Maserati.
Yes.
So there you
So the first option is a Maserati Gran Turismo.
But
The
I'll put an
second option
F430
here-
into this mix, and I
What's
choose
that?
the F430 any
Hmm.
day.
F430.
I put an F430. If you're going to go with all these cars, then
Yeah.
of course the cheapest one there is going to be a 996. That one close eyes lah. That's not going to. That one you can buy that also and still buy
You
the
drive the
another car.
996 not for the exhaust sound and occasion. You drive it because
Yeah.
you want a sharp handling car. You want a sports car.
Yeah.
You want to push it around.
Yeah,
You didn't
that's
want
correct.
any of this. You didn't want any of this. So forget the 997, 996.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would if in this slot definitely I would in terms of looks wise I think the Maserati really does it for me, right?
Mm.
In terms of engine note as
Oh.
well.
Shit,
Ooh,
man.
good looking
how
car.
look at the slope. Wow.
This one's still for sale, this car.
yeah, correct. The same car that we spoke about, huh? Oh, this is
Yeah,
the old
still
one
under sale,
from last
Oh,
year.
oh, oh.
Oh,
It's
Kai
a-
Ling
it's
sold.
a old,
I got
yeah.
one more
It's an old
suggestion
one.
to throw inside there. One more suggestion to throw inside there. Okay. You could actually really consider if you have the money for it now. Okay, 600K. Go for California. California. It has the 430s engine. Okay, it's front engine and it has the dual clutch. Get the NA one if you can find it. And that car, I mean, 600K. I don't know how much it's gonna drop.
But bro,
the
these
value-
cars are all not 600K lah. These cars are all like
Yeah.
300,000.
Correct. If you can go up there, I would say the California gives you an exhaust sound. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's Ferrari lah, and it's a
Yeah.
V8 front over there, and feels like an occasion. I like the look of the California. I think it's a good looking car, right? Sounds like
Alex has one, right? Or had one.
Sold it
He
already.
sold this, right?
Sold it already,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't go for the turbo. Look for the NA. I think GT cars have one. I think Bespoke has one also. Yeah. So yeah, that's my suggestion. But of course, within these two over here, either Maserati Gran Turismo or DB9 lah. Okay, since
I
you
saw a
put these two
SL500 for 111,000. Big engine, occasion, drives not bad. Something different.
How many, I mean, there is no more front engine convertible NA Ferrari anymore. That's it. The next one is the Roma, and the Roma has the turbochargers in it already. So this one, I think, if you can afford it, man, woohoo! Yeah.
Okay, let's just power along. More questions here. How about this one here? GS250,
Oh,
which I have no idea about. I've never driven one.
I have driven one before.
Okay, so Con, what say you? You driven both the cars?
Fantastic chassis, great and lovely interior. It's a Lexus. It's reliable, but a bit underpowered. The V6 engine is nice to rev, but you have to rev it in order to get it going. And
Alright.
it's for the same age. The GS250 will cost more than the 528i to buy.
And also the gearbox is not as robust, right? The gearbox.
I know the gearbox is robust. It's a Toyota gearbox. How can it not be
How can it
robust?
I mean, it's not as the gearbox is not as
sharp lah.
sharp as
It's- yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn,
Look
Lexus
at that,
are really
2012.
the Lexus
It's
price.
still 110 and cannot get loan ready one this price.
Lexus are really hold their price, man.
Lazy, yeah.
F10
Okay.
can buy at Harga Vios at this age.
Wow.
We got two questions over here, right? I think we got the answer already, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Praveen from earlier has a question again for Prakash. Sorry for all the questions, Prakash. But so BMW have 5-year warranty and Volvo also offering lifetime parts warranty. So BMW, let's talk. I think Con can talk to the Volvo one.
Yeah.
How does the BMW warranty work for the 5 years?
So BMW is 5 years unlimited mileage on the warranty, which means
Hmm?
the servicing package is free. So it's 5 years unlimited mileage warranty on the car.
Hmm.
Okay, so regardless of whether you are hitting 200K or whatever, within 5 years, any warranty on the car is by BMW lah. You don't have to worry
Hmm.
about your gearbox and your engines or whatever. Then you have the service package as well.
Hmm.
Service package is 5 years or 100,000, whichever comes first, which means you have 10,000 every year of free service. So you're talking about free services every year lah. So if you're running, about 10 free services that you can use, right, within the 5 year span. So if you're running 20,000 per year, then there's 2 services there. So 5 years is 10 services lah for free. But I'm not sure if Volvo says offering lifetime parts warranty.
No. Yeah.
There's
So
a
Volvo
catch.
should be different. So it's a catch, correct?
BMW's 5-year warranty follows the car. Volvo's
Yeah.
lifetime part warranty follows the owner.
Oh, okay.
So and also I
As long
think
as he doesn't sell the car,
Yes.
yeah.
he
So
doesn't.
it's like if the car's under warranty, it's fine, isn't it? When the car's
Yes.
out of warranty and you change the parts, those
Mhm.
parts have got lifetime part.
Correct.
Okay, that makes
But
sense. Correct.
based on my understanding, if let's say like this Volvo is sold to the next owner, the next owner who changes something, that part now enjoys a lifetime parts warranty under his ownership.
Yeah. So if the car was under warranty for the first 5 years, let's say 5 years,
Hmm.
and then something broke on the 6th year, there's no warranty lah. But on 6th year, if I buy, let's say an inverter, that inverter for me is lifetime warranty until
Yes.
I sell the car. So it's two
Yeah.
different things, you know. But Volvo
No,
also has got
the lifetime parts warranty is for parts. Let's say, like for example, something you drive after warranty, something broke.
after
You
warranty.
pay to change that
Yeah.
part onwards get a warranty.
Yeah. But during the warranty period, it's the same as BMW or Volvo.
Ah, yeah.
They will cover. So
Yeah.
so one is talking about after the warranty period. One is talking about the warranty period. Praveen. So hope that answers your
Yeah,
question.
totally different thing. Totally different
I
thing.
got-
This lifetime parts warranty is obviously
Sorry, Thomas.
I got suggestion for Praveen Kumar. Bro, you text this guy named Prakaash Karun, you meet him in the showroom, and you run him through more details. Can Cool, man. Can right?
You're right, bro.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you move
Okay.
on to you sound like you want to look at 3-door-I already, bro.
Yeah. He's like, see, the
sounds are
set
not
already.
much, man. Go ask Prakash for coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
Meet the
320i
guy.
is a
And then
no-brainer.
find out more. Get the details. Okay.
Excellent car.
Yeah. And Prakash, now 320i is on M Sport package also, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Hey, I want to ask you a question. We heard that the new 3 Series comes with 3 comes with better suspension. Is it true?
Better suspensions.
Like improved adaptive suspension, improved programming and stuff.
Is it more comfortable now? Because when we first
Yeah.
tested the 330i when it was launched,
So it's still a passive setup, but what I heard is that they've refined a bit the M Sport suspension after the first batch came out.
Correct. And now they're doing the run-out editions, so there's a lot of enhancements on the car before the facelift comes in. So they put 19-inch rims and all this kind of stuff on the 330i.
If you're planning to hold the car for
Yeah.
like 5, 6, 7 years, I think the run edition is worth holding it.
Oh yes.
Yes. If you're
Because
planning to
these
flip the
will
buy the
command the
car
best.
2, 3 years sell, then maybe not the best. But if you're planning to use it for a good time, yes, I think the run out is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because then when you
And
sell
these
that
command
time,
the best resale value.
yes, when you
Yes.
sell that time in 5, 6 years down the road, you command a good resale value. Yeah. It looks good lah.
Yeah, man. It's good.
Good looking car, handsome car.
Handsome car.
Handsome car. Very handsome car. They did a great job.
Oh, today I was following.
I don't know how BMW does it, but when you oversteer a BMW, it feels damn epic. I don't know what the engineers do, right? I don't know what they do. When you put the car in oversteer, right, and you keep the throttle on, the car just don't know why, don't know how the engineers do it. It just feels good. You pass it to idiots like Thomas, they will burn tires on you for you. Okay, let's go on to some more questions. There's one over here. Okay, quick one. Sherman C is asking which engine better, the Porsche V6 in the standard Cayenne 3.0 or an barking noise behind M340i B58. Okay. I'm gonna mute. Prakaash is barking behind.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, I tell you what I was listening to. So I texted the guy the Z4 3.0. So he sent me a voice note saying that the car is still not in his workshop.
Oh. Okay. Which engine is better? Porsche V6 in the standard Cayenne 3.0 or the M340i B58? I can tell you right, the Porsche's V6 is good, but it's not sporty at all. It's not sporty. It's a bit slow. The 2.9, yes, that one has a punch in it, twin turbo. But the M340i's engine is really good. It's really good. Yeah,
it's superb.
Everybody who drove the M34i became a small kid.
The C43 that time. Okay, the previous generation M55 versus the C43 engine. The C43 engine was great, fantastic. But when the B58 came out, it's like the B58 is really the top choice lah. Yeah. Okay. So just a small question. Any questions you found, Thana, Con?
I think we already answered this question earlier. Z4 or 718. I mean, one's a sports car, one's just a sporty BM. So
the 718 really handles and rides better. Really, it just such a well built car. Porsche throws a lot of R&D into 718. 718.
Okay. Let's just try to
go. 2.0 4-cylinder is just a no go.
Okay. Quick one. S5 or M34i. I like Audi, but in this case, I like the M34i.
Yeah.
Bro, not even a close comparison, bro.
Yeah, you can't compare lah. It's just the Audi S5 is very pedestrian lah. It's very pedestrian lah, you know. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Sad. What else? Let's move along. Okay, let's just more back to earth kind of questions lah. Reliable second-hand sedan for occasionally balik kampung, budget of 200k. Wow, quite healthy, Looking at 2020 Accord versus 213 CLA.
You can look at better options than either of these cars.
Bro, CLA,
Wait.
no, bro.
CLA,
Don't CLA, bro.
200k CLA. Sorry, bro.
Not if you love your family, bro.
Yeah.
C-Class, by all means. CLA, don't lah.
Yeah.
I don't like the Accord's rear space and the damping on the rear. It just feels a bit off. The equivalent of the Camry just does the rear damping way better if you're looking at that car. But really, secondhand sedan suggests occasional balik kampung. 200k.
So
Can
definitely
you
under
buy
zone lah.
You buy a G30?
Oh yes, G30 yeah.
G30
Can. Very good car. Absolutely amazing car. Well, if he's looking at 2013 to 15 CLA, G30 is a no-brainer lah. Look at the 2017
one.
one.
CLA, bro. Power.
Yeah.
This guy asked a question a few times. I'm not sure how to answer this question.
In the engine. Yeah. So I think my straight answer is a G30 530i. Yeah. Get that. Yeah.
2017, 2018 car.
Yeah. So Nilisa asked a few times this question about outside Malaysia. We can't answer questions outside Malaysia.
I assume he means the best 7-seater budget car that is not Proton or Pro Dua.
Outside Malaysian car. I see.
Okay.
I understand now. Okay.
if you're looking for size, it's the Innova. You want
Really?
something?
Okay.
My only
Under
right
100K Innova,
No lah, you know what costlier?
under
Expander
under
lah for me.
109 ma.
How much
Yeah,
Innova? How much?
we don't really look at. We also tell people to stretch one one. But
Innova is what? It's how much Innova nowadays? 130, is it? 100, 111,
okay.
130. Yeah. So Innova is a bit costly. I will go for Expander. Of all the seven-seater
Expander.
budget car,
Mm.
Expander really caught my attention lah. It handles so
Yeah.
well, nice to drive, it's fun.
Yeah.
Except for the third row, you close, make sure your seats, your leg is a bit inner, and you close it. But other than that, Expander for me without a doubt lah.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a new Toyota Veloz.
It's the sister car of the Alza.
Oh,
But you're paying 95,000.
Yeah. You're paying more money for it. For the same car.
Yeah, I think it's great. Or if you don't mind secondhand, get a secondhand Sorento 2x2 diesel. Like 80K you can get already 7-seater.
If you lucky don't mind secondhand, right, you can consider a Ford S-Max.
actually you're right, so cheap.
Like 1/3 of this budget means that you have 60 grand of repair budget to.
How much
No
is
lah,
a
it's quite reliable lah.
How much the 2 Series the soccer
Grand
mom car,
Tourer.
the Grand Tourer 2 Series, how much is it? You get second hand, bro.
Oh, you can. Can what 30K
What's the
lah?
price? 7-seater also, right?
Yeah, 30K lah. 211 about 30K I think. I'm second year.
No, it's talking about 2 Series Grand.
The smaller and the bigger one, not
I
the
thought you're
smaller
talking
one.
about the VW Touran.
The Charan.
No, I'm talking about BMW.
Charan.
Oh no,
BMW.
this is the Active Tourer. If Active
The
Tourer
bigger
is
one, the bigger
70K, right? The Grand
This one
Tourer
is
will
the-
be about.
no, this one is the Active Tourer. He's talking about the Grand Tourer.
Grand
That's a
Tourer.
7-seater one. Yeah.
Not my favorite looking BMW lah, but I think
That's the job lah.
it does the job of 7-seater lah. GRN Grand GRN.
I don't think you can see any cars.
No car.
I
Cannot.
don't think there's any cars for sale.
220i, not 218.
Yeah, 220i. Correct. Yeah.
GRAN Grand GRN. There you go. For 15 cars for sales. Yeah, you can get for 90,000 plus 15.
Okay.
Bro. Need guesswork. You can get this car, bro. If you don't mind
Yeah.
second hand, S-Max or this one. This is running what? Is a 6-pin.
This is the 20i engine. So
Hey,
you get 190.
Yeah.
No. This is the 8-speed IC. This is a transverse engine.
8-speed IC. Okay, reliable gearbox. Okay, 8-speed IC.
Alright, right. Toyota gearbox.
Yeah. 2 liter. This is the N20, right?
Yes.
Okay, what? Yeah.
I've never driven one myself. I've been inside one, so interesting.
B48 engine, no? Yeah, this is B48.
I was considering this against my S-Max.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, but that time this was going for like 130, 140.
Hey,
My
question,
S-Max.
your S-Max, is it a DCT?
No, 6-speed torque converter.
I see. Did it have a DCT?
Yes, the previous.
The first gen had the DCT.
Yes.
So the same Fiesta and the DCT issues as
It's a higher grade DCT lah. It's the same one as you get in the Mondeo, maybe the Focus TDCI, because it's a wet clutch. The one in the Fiesta is a dry clutch.
It's a dry clutch, correct, right? So
Yeah.
so the Mondeo, the one that the 2.0 EcoBoost came with the wet clutch.
Wet clutch, yes.
And that was in the S-Max, and then yours was a torque converter.
Yes, mine is a torque converter. Mine is a torque converter made by GM and Ford joint venture.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I got a lot of suggestions for you, Nitya, right? If you don't mind secondhand, the Grand Tourer, I think is a nice
fantastic choice. Fantastic choice.
And it's holding steady for the last 2 years. B48 engine, reliable also. right?
Yeah.
So yeah, go for it. Yeah, icing gearbox or more, lucky power.
So Praveen Kumar from earlier says he'll contact Prakash soon. So Praveen, just look out for his
Yeah, bro.
call.
Okay, settle.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm. So Kentam, is it the question from Kentam? So this is
Yeah.
about the
Common
new.
issues for Ranger's latest model. Do we expect new models to be vulnerable to similar issues? Gearbox
So
introducing
Well,
so the new Ranger was launched and it's got similar drivetrain with the I guess the lowest spec one comes with the similar drivetrain as the earlier
yeah, the
current gen Ranger.
feature with the 10-speed auto combination.
Correct.
Mm.
But I guess yeah. I mean there's always the new petrol the diesel coming out. We see diesel coming out, which is more powerful. I'm I think a bit divided. You can't say lah. I'm sure they've refined their main improvements, but we can't
They
say
would have
until we
made some improvements, but a
yeah
lot of
yeah.
things require time to tell.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So let's move on. Well, this is interesting. I've never driven the Li before, Prakash.
Oh yeah,
So,
Prakash.
Yeah, what's the
I just
difference,
want to
bro?
know. I just
I
want to
want
know
to
like
know,
what.
bro.
Yeah,
We at media haven't had a chance to
we
test
never
drive.
driven the Li before. How was it?
Okay, at the moment, basically, we don't have any test drive cars for most of our models, lah.
Mm,
Okay,
But
it's all
how is
just
it different? How is it different? Is it
okay.
different, bro?
So yeah, it is different definitely because the 330 Li, the absorbers are similar to the 320i.
Hmm.
Okay,
Because the M
and
Sport suspension, right?
on what the Li? No,
like,
no, Li is
Yeah.
not
Like,
M.
Li is non-M
No, no.
Sport suspension. It's just M Sport
oh,
looks.
M Sport looks,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
oh,
okay.
but the
Yeah.
suspension is not
It
using
doesn't
M
even
Sport.
get the M Sport brakes, right? It gets the standard brakes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
And
So
how does
so
it handle?
basic, huh? No, but it
How does it?
handles all similar, lah, bro. For me, the way I feel, of course, the 330i is a much more precise car, but you don't buy a 330li for that reasons, lah. But let me just uh, let me just tell all the viewers something, lah. Like you're buying a 330i and a 330li, for example. You guys who are buying these cars are definitely not going to take it up to Genting. I'm not, most of them won't be taking it up to Genting to trash the car the way we drive the cars up there and all that, right? So when you're looking to buy for a 330i or 330li, the first question is, are you really looking to get a car because you want to drive it up to Genting and take corners and all that? Then definitely it's a 330i lah. But if you're going to use it on a day-to-day base, on driving in KL and all those kind of things, how often are we actually maximizing all the power and the handling of these cars, right? So how we when these guys says that it offers of course the 330i offers sporty driving sensation, the 330li also offers sporty driving sensation. But if you really want to know the precise difference between those two, you got to actually drive it to certain limits to really feel that minute difference in you get what I'm saying or
mm,
not?
Yeah.
mm,
So so the question is a good question, but at the same time, I think both cars would handle pretty awesome given what you're going to use them for, right? But if you're going to take it on a weekend drive to Genting and you really want to maximize the cornerings and everything, of course, the 330li will not perform as well as the 330i lah.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mm.
hope I hope my answer was
Yeah. So
was
you're
was
saying is
good
like
lah.
to the average person, they will not
Yeah,
be able to push it to the extremes, And if you need the
correct.
extra leg room, the T3 Li is as sporty as good. You won't feel the difference
Let me
between
put it
the.
in a nutshell lah. I don't
Mm,
think there's any BMW cars. Okay,
mm,
I took the 218i up to Cameron Highlands,
mm,
okay, with my so-called girlfriend then lah, not my wife yet. Esther was with me and we went up to Cameron Highland.
yeah.
Bro, I overtook Cayenne, I overtook Evoque. I
Because it's Prakash Karun.
but I tell you, I was shocked that BMW made a weapon out of the 218i. Cameron Highland roads, I just needed a 1.5 3-cylinder engine, bro. To put it in sport mode and to zoop it up was more than enough. So what I'm trying to say is BMW makes amazing cars. In terms of handling, sporty sensation in driving and all that, you can never go wrong lah buying a BMW.
Yeah, bro. That's why the M2 competition is a fantastic choice.
Yeah, I can't wait to drive it, bro. I've driven one with a very short span, but yours I would love to have a nice drive lah.
You're tapao my car.
Thomas is like, oh, please God.
You will take the car and go and chase some 911 or something, go and catch out a 911 in my car.
Bully some Ferraris there, you know. Okay, this one I didn't know about. Luke Sky says, Prakash, why is the current G20 3 Series tire no longer staggered? Is it true? No longer staggered?
I think that's only for the 320i, right?
320 only. The M Sport is still staggered.
Okay.
M Sport is still staggered.
To me, that is not a bad thing because you can rotate the tires front and back.
Yeah, depends how they look at it lah.
Yeah.
You know, depends how they look at it. But yeah. You have an option to rotate the tires lah when it's not staggered, so you save a lot of money.
So the new ones are no longer staggered.
No, 320i.
The 32i is not staggered.
320i is not staggered. Okay.
Yeah. Unless it's an M-Sport package, right?
It's the same thing as what Prakaash was saying, right? You buy a 320i, you're not going to need to push the car to its handling limits, right? So it doesn't make much of a difference, and it's not producing so much power. They need a 245 behind or 265 behind, right? I don't get it, right? So they upgrade their rims, right? And then they go to 265 on a 3 Series. I'm thinking, dude, why do you need 265 on the rear? Right? It doesn't make any sense.
It's good, bro.
I mean, I get it. You want to change the size of the rim, right? The size, I get it.
Yeah.
But the width is like,
Looks good without purpose.
In my M235i, I was happy with 245 on the rear. That's all I need. I need 245 only. That's it. You know, if 300 plus horsepower, 400, 450 newton meters of torque, I didn't need more than 245. You know.
Yep.
Fun question.
I actually think maybe it plays to the advantage of the car to have smaller tires. Right? In maintenance cost, and I think it helps also with the noise also. So yeah.
I think also small tires also you get more traction. You get more. It's faster on the road lah. It's faster on small tires compared to big
and
tires.
also less chance of aquaplaning also lah. But you know, 20 is not huge lah. But and it saves your wallet a lot of money too. Okay.
Yeah. This is a fun question I was saying before. Any one of you have driven a control turbo?
Yes,
not me.
I have.
Be fun though.
Thomas?
No.
Thomas.
No.
It is silly, bro. It is
Yeah.
silly fun, bro. I tell you.
It's fun lah, but then let me tell you lah, the cornerings and all that can be quite
Crazy.
I've overturned a Kanche before, not even a turbo, and the car is just I don't know. It's not a car.
Well, glad you need to tell the tale.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when the tow truck came, the guy thought that the owner was in the hospital. The guy driving it was in the hospital. But I was the one talking to him and telling him I was the one driving the car.
Oh my God, really? Hey, no lah, cannot be lah. Are you sure?
4,800.
Seriously,
That's the good thing, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we should go on this car. Me and you both put the camera, and then we drive it the good thing, and then we both laugh in the car.
Hey, so Thana, are you going to use your pocket change on this or a 6E36?
I can't.
Hey, we go Genting.
Hey,
we
why
go
is there a plaster on the car?
the second house? The
Damage
police will let us through, bro. The police will let us through. We're driving a Kanchan. They will let us through.
You hear the
we
sound?
just spray the color, make it silver color, so the police won't catch us.
Restore back the original look.
Actually, quite fun lah. Yeah, but
Hey,
not.
it's a used car. It's a manual or auto? Auto.
Auto.
Fuck lah. How will I to drive this car auto?
Then why you go there, whack 3,000 ringgit, buy the car, but then they're buying
It
Alfa
will
Romeo.
it will downshift at the wrong time and all that like, yeah.
Yeah, that
Thomas, want
era
to
of
buy or not? Come, we share and buy.
Now we share and buy, yes, we share and buy.
Okay, jom.
Kacau tu,
Jom.
bro.
Jom,
Hey,
jom.
bro,
Ask
Don't
me.
tell
hey,
Prakash. He'll
who
say
wants to
he'll
watch
give.
me, Prakaash and Thana in a Kanjil Turbo going up to Genting Islands together?
Come, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, oh my
Let's do
God.
it, lah. And then after we go up and come down Genting, the car is now 14,000. Kidding.
Hey, that'd be fun to do. Call me in, bro. Call me in. Let's look for Kanjil. Let's get manual. Let's get manual. Okay.
I think that one we can do a swap also lah. We buy for 2,005 from these guys. Just do a manual swap. Count him already.
I'm sure you can find a manual there. The second one. It's a manual. L2S turbo.
Bro, it's in
Manual.
Kelantan,
Okay,
bro.
count him.
Got him manual.
Count him.
Apa lagi mau?
Kelantan guys would have taken
Pergi
their cars
Kelantan.
quite well lah.
Pergi Kelantan, beli manual. Kita terbang sama dia.
Okay.
Fun.
What is
Hey,
is
this
it?
is more
Is there
fun than
damage
doing
on
a
the car or what? Is that
Yeah,
a,
all
is
this
that
thing,
a,
bro?
right? You can DIY, bro.
Patina.
DIY the car. We can
patina.
respray the outside using can, or we just respray the car, DIY the car.
no? What is wrong with the pictures? Is it the car? The paint
No,
work is bad?
the fella spray himself. The paint has
Oh.
gone off. It's a black color car. He sprayed white. The paint came off. And
Oh, he tried to do
Yeah.
some artwork on it, like yeah.
artwork lah.
Okay. No, we go. Horizon, do Horizon plus Prakaash.
Hey, those seats are expensive, you know. Those seats are what you call, those seats are L2.
Hey, Thomas, I'm not joking,
Serious,
Yeah,
serious,
don't joke
serious.
with Prakash.
Okay, we go and buy.
Okay.
And then we can do a video of it going up Genting. And
Bro, I
hopefully
think
we come out alive lah.
Never a lot of laugh going the thing. We laugh like crazy, bro.
Okay, let's move along. Jeremy Fernandez asked question. Volvo S60 T8 is a good buy for the money within 30K. How will it compare to the BMW T3i M Sport?
Jeremy Fernandez.
Hey, okay, I want to say something about this. Okay,
You say something. Bro.
I really like the Volvo S60 as much as I love the 3i. I love the S60, but but depend on how you look at your garage. Okay, someone like Thomas got all these cars to play with. Got M2, got the Spider, everything. I would prefer to have the S60 because that's the car that I don't play. I just drive.
Yes.
Comfortable. Hybrid. You go on highway, press the button just cruise on. I think that for me, I like the Volvo. But if it's my only car, well,
Yeah.
TTOI for me, right? It's really good value for money. The interior design, I like the interior design. The seats are amazing, super comfortable, ridiculous comfortable. The seat, right? And the Volvo is so good with the engine tuning and the gearbox matching. So is BMW, okay. But the Volvo prepares you this driving experience that doesn't reward you for driving fast. It doesn't want you to drive it fast. It wants to slowly reach its destination. So it's a bit numb, a bit.
Yeah.
But
Thomas, can I ask you? Having driven both the cars,
Yeah.
The S60, how does the gearbox and the power delivery and does it match well? Fantastic,
match very well.
Yeah.
But it matches well, but it matches in a way that is mundane and dull.
It's like,
doesn't match.
how you know?
It's
like how we know.
That doesn't match.
No.
It matches. It's very smooth. It's shift, downshift, upshift, very smooth. But it doesn't like to when you throttle response heavy editing. It doesn't. You can see. You feel the car doesn't.
There's
want
a
to
lag
throw
lah.
out. No.
Prakash. Let me rephrase this.
Want to throw you power.
The Volvo
deliver the
S60
power.
T8, Volvo S60 T8, no matter what you do, will never throw you to the back of the seat. It's very refined. The power is there. It pulls you comfortably. The power is there. It pulls you, but you'll never get that sudden jerk or push or
Yes.
pull or that. It won't give you that sporty feel to it. My only gripe with the S60 is that the interior space, like your center armrest, the behind tunnel, all that stuff, it's not very very practical for a family.
Yeah.
although it's a family car, it's not
Mm.
for my family. Like, it wasn't practical for 5 people to sit in the car to drive. It's a fourth comfortable car, But
Mm.
you'll never for all the power it has, 400 odd horsepower. You don't feel the power,
Yeah.
And
But
that's where the
what I think
TTI.
about it is like what Thana said, the Volvo engineering tune it very well, but they know
Mm,
that they're not trying to fight a 3 Series.
yep.
They're not
Yeah.
trying to fight. You want the car to be driven slowly, not hurried. Okay.
Mm.
And
Mm.
they want you to emphasize on driving safely and smoothly. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Because
So
Mm.
so in that
the
sense, it's
330i,
really fine tuned. But it's a different flavor, lah. That's all I want to say.
Mm. And if you
Mm.
buy a
Mm.
new
330i is like
X68, there's a speed limit cap on the X60.
180 only.
Yeah.
Huh? 180.
You
Yeah,
cannot
it's
go
capped
more
from
than
the
that.
factory. Prakash is sleeping.
Prakash cannot lah. Prakash, you die on the highway.
Oh, I didn't
the
know all this
330i is
information.
like it relishes the workout, I would say,
Now,
when you
Prakash is
do
now
the
finding facts about the competition. Like, oh, really didn't know about the facts. Writing down notes.
Any guy comes to buy, say, hi, you want to drive 180? You want to drive at 180 maximum speed? Buy the Volvo. You want to drive at 250? You buy the 330i.
Wow, done. Case closed.
which the
And
330i can go to 250. Yeah, we can go there, right? Yeah.
Sorry?
yeah.
almost there lah. I don't think can hit
Yeah.
250,
Look,
right?
it,
330i.
it really to Jeremy Fernandez to answer your question, really the comparison is one is like listening to Mozart. Okay, it's boring. It's just like background music, whatever, right? Okay, the Tucho IM Sport is listening to hip hop, right? It's fun, it's
Got
it, it,
flavor. Very
got flavor,
flavorful and tasty.
flavor, got texture. Okay, so
Like
for me, I
one
like
is a porridge and one is a Thai tom yum lah.
yeah, I can say that. Porridge also good. If you have if you got curry every day, curry here, you got Sri Lankan crab over here, you got Italian food here and there. It's good to have porridge sometimes. Okay, to have a porridge is good. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So up to
Um.
you. Okay. Prakash, I know to whack all the Volvo people. Prakash, Volvo got 400 horsepower. They 400 horsepower can go 180 only.
Two six one. So no, 261. 330i. Top speed.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Okay. I think it's 2 hours in. Let's talk, answer questions in 10 minutes, and let's go and play.
Yeah,
Where's my
yeah.
minute?
All right, man.
Not a car buying question, but more of a curiosity. Opinions: 1M or E92 M3. Both have famous hydraulic steering. M3 amazing. S65 or 1M has a short front wheelbase. Prakash, you have the 135i, very similar to the. Well, I mean, it's the little brother of the 1M, right? And then you have the E93 M3. So, yeah,
Well, in terms of
which one better?
definitely, I would go for the M3 lah. I'll definitely go for the M3.
Why not the 1M?
Number one, I think the M3 looks better than the 1M. Oh, yeah, you look at how the M3 looks, bro. M3 looks so much nicer than the 1M.
What?
And
What if
of course,
we throw
sorry?
What if we throw an E46 to the mix?
Well, I still will go for the E92 M3 lah.
Oh, CSL, bro. What if it's the ES a CSL?
Well, it's not a manual lah. The SMG gearbox to me is not the most refined gearbox. The E92 M3 has got the DCT on it. It's got the V8 engine. It's got a 4.0 displacement. Of course, some people will definitely love to have the E46 M3 CSL. But then again, you're talking about a price point of 500K and you're talking about a price point of 200 odd K. And then the 1M is on the 400,000 K. So, it's
Amazing that the cheapest is the V8, right?
Yeah, the amazing is the V8 lah. That 100%. You can never get that feeling of the V8 with the 1M or or the 3.2 6-cylinder engine as well. You won't be able to get it. So to me, all day, every day is going to be the V8 engine line, and I believe that is going to be the M car that really holds the most value in the future, because it's the one and only V8 ever built on an M car,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
and it's plugged with the best gearbox, like the DCT.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Okay,
Okay.
there you go. You got the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Wong says for call he want to send his M8 competition to your shop, Con, but he's on Penang. So Carl, Con, you want to go to Penang to pick up his car to come here? It's an
And
M8
wow,
competition, bro.
we can make arrangements and make
Why then you can
arrangements. No
pay for
problem.
the
I can
you
send
can
a
pay
tow
for
truck to pick
the
your car up.
transportation, no problem.
Yeah. Okay, Con,
We are a
Thomas, over to
solution
you.
provider. Huh?
Thomas, over to you, Thomas.
What's that?
Over to you.
Oh, to play Do As My Car.
Yeah, I see coming something in the background happening.
Oh, I'm arranging
Oh,
the
okay, sure. Okay, let's just move
yeah.
on, Roddy. So E60.
Oh, wait,
Oh
wait.
yeah, okay.
E61.
This is a good one. So Mustang, is it that bad to drive? He driven one, but not as bad as Thomas describes it. Thomas hates the Mustang, obviously. In fact, quite comfortable cruiser from experience. Handsome too. I agree it's handsome. I agree it's a cruiser. But you must understand Thomas is a bruiser.
Yes, it is. It is. Yes, it is.
I am not a fan of Mustang as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is for the common people to get into the Mustang is okay lah.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, but when you, I mean, even the 3 Series drives better than the Mustang, bro. Anytime.
Yes. Any day. Any day.
Even
Any day.
I'm not talking about like going on the highway. I'm talking about like the brake acceleration, turning. Then this is a bit much more refined in that sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, it's already 2 hours and 5 minutes in. I know some of the crew members or our guests might want to go already. Now, normally we do it for 2.5 hours, and I throw in a new mix in this show. Now we do Where's My Car.
Oh
Prakash, if
man.
you want to stay, you can stay. If not, it's going to be
Yeah,
another
I'll
20
stay.
minutes.
I'll stay.
Let's
Yeah,
stay,
no worries.
Okay, let's play. All right.
Let's
Let's
do
play
it.
game.
Okay, guys. So for those of you who are first time watching this section called Dude Where's My Car, it used to be on Top Gear, and now we've consolidated all our shows to Monday show. And then last week we tried Do Where's My Car, a lot of fun. So let's just have fun with this, right? And I'm sorry we're gonna answer all your questions, guys. There's so many questions. We're sorry we can't answer all of them. If you still really have a burning question you need to answer, PM us on Horizon, and then we'll assign the question to some of the crew members. We'll answer the question at Horizon
Or
on
you can
Facebook.
also, if you want to ask me, you can just put it on my Instagram as well.
Yeah, BMW questions. Go straight to Prakash.
Or any other questions as well. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and yeah.
Prakash, Prakas, double A, double AS, Karun. Okay. All right. So for those of you who are here, let's have a little bit of fun. Called Do Where's My Car. Let's jump in. For those of you who haven't seen the game, it's very simple. You pick one car or the other. That's it. But there's always a scenario for the car. All right. This is a very fun way for us to learn new models, have fun, just laugh at each other and stuff like that. Okay. So Prakash, today these slides are all made for you lah. Today, okay? Some of it made for you lah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So let's
Thank
jump
you,
to
bro.
round one. Round one. Okay. Now you know this.
Oh.
Stage 6, 3.2. What car could this be? What car could this be? It's not Fiat Spider.
218.
What? No.
I
What?
say.
BMW Z4 M Coupe. Okay. BMW Z4 M Coupe 3.2, 300, I think 30 plus odd horsepower or something like that.
B33, yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, that guy,
Love
they
it,
can
man.
squeeze so much power out of the 3.2 NA, man. All right. And look at the Z. You can see the Z, guys. All right. So would you pick this car as your sports car, your weekend sports car? This is the team. The team here is your weekend sports car. Would you pick this one, which is a brilliant car? I heard it's a beast to drive. Hey, Prakash, drive before?
No.
No. Okay. Or would you pick an Aston Martin Vantage?
Wow.
Phew.
V8 British hand-built
Wow.
car.
Well, let me start by saying this lah. Okay, if you want it to be like a weekend car for me to take it to Saint Regis and park and go and have lunch and dinner or whatsoever, then of course it's going to be the Aston Martin lah, right? But if you're telling me that the weekend car I'm going to use it to gay and to go up to Genting and hit the roads and have a blast, definitely the Z4M Coupe, because number one, it's going to be a manual. It's got that kind of power, the handling as well. So
I heard
depends
no
to
power
which.
steering, you know. I heard there's no power steering
Sorry?
on the Z4M, you know.
Yeah, no. So it totally depends to which occasion I'm going to use it for the weekend and on the weekend lah. Definitely, if you tell Vantage is definitely, I cannot 100%. I cannot take the Vantage and drive it the way I drive the Z4M. No way. Z4M is so compact, you know, inside the car is so compact. It's like a cockpit. You can just throw it like a go-kart, but the Vantage you can't do that. But an all-rounded car, I would definitely go for the Vantage lah. Who it looks amazing, man.
Hey guys, if you're here watching, let us know in the comments which car do you pick as well. Let us know. I want to know. We want to know what your picks are as well. This is not only for the viewers. Not only for the guests over here, but it's also for the viewers. Please let us know in the comments what would you pick as well.
I have not. I can't see anybody picking the Z4.
Yeah.
No,
So-
but I
so-
actually drove the Vantage, you know. I actually drove
Yeah.
the Vantage. I was going to buy the Vantage actually. The
Mm.
one that is still on sale, but the price they offered, they never took it lah. So, you know, the
Okay.
gearbox on the Vantage is similar to the one on the SMG. It's also a single manual clutch
Yeah,
gearbox
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
So Prakaash will pick the Z4M. Okay, gone.
No, I will pick the Aston Martin.
Aston Martin. Okay.
Yeah.
Gone. What would you pick?
I mean, the S54 is my favorite engine, but this, you put it like this, right? It's the Vantage
Yeah.
all day long.
Hey, they're around now. Hey, you can get Vantage for 270. You know, right?
Wow, Z4M Coupe, it costs more than the Vantage.
250 around. 250
Yeah,
around.
300K.
You can't
300K,
find
bro.
you can't find a
300K.
Z4M lah.
Yeah, you can't
Okay,
find.
so Con also
find
Vantage.
one. Yeah.
Con also Vantage.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay, Thana.
I'm gonna go for the Z4 Coupe lah. Because I can always buy a Aston Martin Vantage. Z4 Coupe, I don't know whether it'll come for sale or can get one lah, you know. So it's a car that probably if I have one I'll keep, you know. So, Z4.
And that's the car that will go up in value also lah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I it's like a proper you know, no power steering, manual gearbox. The rear like the slide like one crazy guy, you know, LSD, everything. Yeah.
So Thomas, are
And
you choosing the Z4?
Let's see what the comments here first. Timan Nadu, Aston, got a lot of Vantage. All the Aston over here, man. My God. Someone said, Eugene Lau say, look like hairdresser car. All right.
The BM will have a more angrier sounding engine lah. Yeah. Unlike what? Come on.
Hey,
But the Z4M is reliable lah.
Oh, yes.
Very reliable.
I'm also at split also because I do like having a car that you can grab by the scuff and just throw it in the corner, you know, whack it out in the corner.
Z4 can do that.
Z4M
Yes.
is like
But
that, you know.
But that's why I said like it totally depends on the weekend. What are we going to use the car for?
But the Vantage engine sounds so good, right? I will compensate everything for the I will compensate whatever the engine can compensate for.
And I guess the Vantage is the one that will pull you more chicks lah, bro.
That's for sure.
Interesting. Ashraf made a comment. He said, Vantage most of the time BM and they can buy. I think it's the other way around. You can buy the
it's the
Vantage
other way
at
around.
time.
Yeah.
BM you cannot
Yeah.
buy. This BM you cannot find.
This particular BM you cannot.
It's rare, bro. It's rare. Dude, I
Very
think
rare.
2017, 16, I saw one. 210,000 or 20,000 white color one. Was
Yeah.
200 something thousand. Damn, man. Damn, now it's like 300,000 shit. But it's deserving of that epicness. That's that point. It's really an epic car.
Yeah.
All right. So in this segment, the first round, Prakaash, Con, Thomas picks the Vantage, and then Thana picks the Z4M Coupe. And it seems like the audience have a landslide to to advantage. All right, let's go round two. Oh, round two, round two is my favorite, bro.
Okay.
Right, what car is
Wow.
this? What car is this?
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, what car is
hey,
this?
this is familiar, huh, Prakash?
Focus
Ah,
RS Mark II. Okay.
oh, this one.
So some of you may or may not know Prakash used to own this car. And I told Prakash anytime you drive this car, please you drive in front of me. I don't drive behind. When you drive behind me, I'm scared of this car.
Look at how beautiful it looks, lah. I miss it,
Okay.
lah.
So would you pick this car? Okay. Or would you go for Porsche Boxster GTS 3.4 981? Oh. In the classic color. Okay, this is the S in front, but I cannot find the GTS in this color. So just assume it's a GTS, okay? Right?
Okay.
Okay. Which one would you pick? Prakash.
My answer 100% the Focus RS, lah.
Really? You pick the Focus
100%.
RS on a beautiful Boxster 3.4 NA.
No, of course, it's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
Okay. But the Focus RS is just, in terms of the driving pleasure, is just on a whole different level, lah, bro.
Bro, I think it's not driving pleasure, it's called driving madness.
I tell you, I until today I can still imagine me sitting in the car, putting the gear and just
Guys,
blasting
one
it
day I
in
was
the
driving,
corner.
we were driving down Karak Highway. I was in my Mini, so obviously I wasn't driving fast. Then Prakash brought his Focus RS. Then, then suddenly out of nowhere, right, some 911s passing by. Oh, boom, boom. Then Prakash go and kacau the 911. No, you go take his Focus RS. Hey, kacau 911 until the 911 give up. What? British hatchback kacau sports cars.
No, but I tell you, the Focus RS is just built differently, lah. I don't know what it is, but my balls just become built with titanium and all that, lah. And they were driving the 991.2 and all that as well, but I was just able to keep up and
They kacau them, bro.
and
They kacau.
you're not talking
Cannot-
996, but you are disturbing 991. Oh, yo.
Someone made a comment here
Yeah.
about it's a wrong wheel drive. I think you want to just comment on that, and I think it's
Front
it's
wheel
not
drive.
wrong wheel drive, lah. Front wheel drive.
I know.
Front wheel drive.
No, as in he said what I call it's the wrong wheel drive. As in he said he should,
It
he
should not be a
prefer
front wheel,
boxer
is
wheel.
it?
Yeah.
Well, once you drive the RS, you will know whether it's wrong or right, lah. Because
I
you,
can attest to that.
yes. When I took Thomas in the car, Thomas said it's a mini 720S.
Yeah, it's a baby.
The way the
720S.
power feels and the cornering, I tell you, it's amazing.
brutal.
lah.
The way
It's
it takes
brutal,
corners,
brutal.
the way it corner is very brutal one. The way it makan corner, I tell you, my spider will have problem keeping up with the RS. Okay? Even if I push hard,
So-
I will have problem keeping up with the RS.
So Thomas, what's your pick between the two?
Wait, before
Yeah, no need to ask, lah. I know his answer, lah.
if it's my only okay, if let's say I don't have my garage, right?
Yeah.
I love the NA from the Boxster lah. I love
Yeah. Yeah.
I just
Do
love it.
you know you all will be surprised how daily drivable and how family oriented this Focus RS is. The seat at the back, the seat at the back is huge. Okay, it's got a nice boot space. The seats fold down. I drove this car with two of my friends right up to Ipoh, and the individual sitting at the back, he was surprised that he had so much of space and so comfortable to sit at the back.
And at the same time, you can tap out 911s as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
Okay, my pick. So Prakash cannot woo him away from the. I'm trying to woo him away from the RS. Focus, I can't do it lah. So Thomas will pick the Porsche Boxster GTS because I don't mind being a bit slower. The car just sounds epic. Okay, Thana and Thana first. Thana, what you pick?
I'm a Boxster guy day in through. I think the chassis of the chassis of the Porsche Boxster is something that's just phenomenal. It's something that you don't drive fast, you just enjoy it, you feel it, and then just so communicative. It's something magical. I mean, I prefer the Boxster over the 911 sometimes. I just think that the Boxsters are fantastic. So
Great.
any
Go.
day.
I'll go with the Focus RS. I like my performance
Ooh.
cars packed in mundane
Oh.
So
looking packages.
he's a Ford man also, I know.
Ford, man, I'm Ford. Yeah,
Okay. Two for two.
I'm Cam
Brutal,
Ford.
that guy is brutal, eh. Really brutal. The way you go in the corner, like, hey, the traction not gonna break one. It's still going. Say, hey, where's the traction gonna break? Doesn't
Bobby
feel
Young
like
also
it's
can. Bobby Young also can attest to it, lah.
This is
epic
this
car.
this RS is special, Focus RS is special,
Yeah, this is the most special Focus RS ever, ever.
Yes, you're right. Right. It's the I think it's the right wheel drive.
Yeah,
Hatchbacks feel
if
more
I did
fun in the
not
front
get
wheel.
a crazy offer like what I got, I wouldn't have sold the car, lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
All right.
Con,
Anyway,
do you know why? Question here: why does Ford no longer sells cars in Malaysia?
It's well, to be honest, I can't give you the exact answer, but I guess they looked at it and well because that time economy wasn't as good. Their passenger cars weren't doing the kind of volumes that the Japanese are doing, right? So they made a business decision to scrap
And I guess commercial vehicles and passenger vehicles are two different divisions, isn't it? In most
Yeah.
companies.
yeah.
Yeah.
And globally also, Ford is you see now they have pulled the plug on the Mondeo, the Focus, the S Max.
That, uh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
Right, I'm gonna
Mustang
go
is
to the last one.
SUV.
Make sure we keep on the time. Right.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to make sure we finish the show on time.
Yep.
But just a quick
Okay.
one here, just to since Prakash is on the show. Marcus is asking, does Prakash do use BMWs beside new ones? Quick answer, yes or no?
well, my own ones I do, lah, but use like like I have my own collection of like E36s, E39s, some old 7 series and all that. Yes, those I do.
Your
But in
your
terms of
your
my work
E46.
is only brand new cars, lah.
Premium
cool.
selection.
No, I barely. I don't do
Alright.
premium selection, lah. Yeah.
Okay, last question, last one. Round 3. Okay, round 3, we're going to bring up some more epic cars. All right. So
Oh,
this one also
nice.
no.
Round three.
What I put inside here, I can't remember it. Let's see. Okay, first one. Okay, yes. You all know the M3 competition touring is out, bro, and this is the
Oh,
frozen
nice.
The
and look at the wheel
only, the one
for
and
some reason,
only.
for some reason, the wheel arches on the touring look so look so
buff,
baller.
baller, bro. Buff.
The M4 it has a wheel arches,
Baller.
right? M3 also
Yeah.
got, but when you put on the touring, for some reason
Touring,
it's just really
next level, bro. Next
Okay.
level.
This one is, I think, 80 plus thousand pounds. Let's assume 1 million ringgit. Let's say you're playing, let's just assume 1 million ringgit. Okay. Okay. And this is the frozen. Oh, look at that side profile. Whoa. And you know what? The back. Ayo. Okay. And the front. Yeah, I know. I like that Bugs Bunny nose, they call it. Right? Okay. So what would you pick? Would you pick this car, which is probably closer to 900,000, 1 million? Let's assume all options in everything, 8 to 1 million, okay? 8,000, 1 million. Or would you pick this other car, which is also has
I think I'll pick the other car.
Huh?
I think I'll pick the other car.
I got a feeling I know what the other car is. Okay.
Wait, guess, Thana, what car do you think? What do you think it is?
I think knowing Thomas, he'll pick a M2 lah.
No.
No.
There's the practicality that can
Oh, no,
match
no.
the M3 also. Okay, we're talking about Panamera Turbo.
Oh.
Wow.
No lah. This one I will pick the M3. I'll pick the
Look at
M3.
that, all right.
I don't like the
And then,
look of the Panamera.
You're talking about the 4.0 V8, okay?
Mm.
Which is 550 horsepower. The interior. Wow, look at the interior flare over there. Right?
No lah.
Oh, look at the finishing, right? Porsche
M3 lah, bro.
Porsche finishing.
M3 lah, bro.
Okay.
For
So
me,
which one would you pick, Prakash?
Full size M3.
First size M3, yeah?
M3. Very special, lah. It's very special. The first in the world. The car looks amazing. Good engine. I'm sure it handles superbly. The Panamera looks like a bit of a woos lah.
Ouch.
Ouch!
No lah, nice ma.
No.
Thana, Thana, can't say it's still a Porsche to him.
I
It looks a bit too
I
tame for me. Like a woman should drive it and send the kids to school.
Oh, how lah, bro, Thomas? If I pick the Porsche now,
Hey!
he calling me a wuss now.
No, definitely.
Shots
Look
fired,
at the
man. Prakash,
look at
shots
the
fired, man.
way look at the way the M3 sits and it looks lah. It looks like it will murder any car, bro. The car looks like it's an assassin. It's a car
Color
that,
lah.
I
But
just
this
can
is
imagine.
the
I
launch
just
color, frozen black. Look at that
Yeah.
white arches on the rear, man.
Foo.
Mm.
I can just imagine me wearing my tie, my Ray-Ban glasses, and just getting out of the car, pulling up even to St. Regis in this car, lah. You
And
look
then
like
on
a
the
don, lah,
weekend,
bro.
all the kacau 911s or whatever the Genting Highlands.
Oh, 911, everything. It will handle also superb, lah. Forget about the RS6s and all that, lah. They are all past tense.
RS6, the handling is
It's
challenging,
shit.
lah. Oh,
No, it's shit, bro.
Prakash
My
is whack.
No, my close friend who used to own an M3 and then a F10 M5, then he bought a RS6. He said the worst, lah, bro.
Yes,
The worst.
it is a different
Handling.
kind of feeling.
Yeah, different. He said really tabule. Sorry lah, all the lovers out there. I'm very straightforward with my comments.
No, it's
To all
true.
the
I
guys
think
who
No, it's good, it's
watching,
good.
you know.
it's good. It's good.
Bobby is sad.
Bobby is sad.
No, Bobby is a big boy to handle the truth, lah.
Yeah.
That's
I
why he's
think
got his
himself
640i to use.
Yeah, he himself has said the same thing also. The RS6
The
is not,
RS6 is a cruiser, lah. Nice cruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not the
Yeah.
car you whack around corners, lah.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Too big also. Too big for my liking also. Too big. Yeah.
But you know, Thomas, I tell you, these shots that you took, that they brought in of the M3 competition touring, this is the first time I'm seeing it in this manner, and it's such
really?
such a menacing looking car, man.
Look, this is the frozen black. Which
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I get the M3, I want this color, man.
Yeah.
Gangster.
Oh.
Damn gangster.
How will this color look on your M2 competition? Huh?
I don't think it will look great. I think this one needs a big fat car like this, like a big
Yeah.
muscular car. You know, like look at the front, man. Oh, it looks so. Actually, this car come behind you. You better siam, man. You better get lost, man. I tell you. But Panamera also look handsome, lah. Okay. Anyways, let's go quickly. Guys, let us know in the comments which one would you pick. Okay, would you pick the M3 competition touring or the Panamera Sport Turismo Turbo, not normal Sport Turismo Turbo 4.0. Okay, we go with Con first. Con, which one would you pick?
I think where Panamera is concerned, the Sport Turismo is my favorite, but I identify closer with what the M3 stands for. So M3 for me. Thana, at the end of the day, it's still a Porsche.
The popular choice is the M3, I feel, but I think for what it's supposed to be and for my personality, the Porsche Panamera Turbo Sport is for me. I mean, I'm
Prakash,
Porsche
for you,
for me,
man. You okay with that?
I mean,
Prakash?
fine, whatever. You call me whatever you want. I'll take my kids and go out. The interior, I'm sure the Porsche Panamera interior is way better than the BMW M3.
Yeah.
So I
What
would
the
prefer
Porsche
to be in a
Panamera? What rides way
the
better than M3?
the interior,
Or the interior?
yeah. So
Yeah.
interior and luxury and the fit finish, all that stuff. So I prefer the Panamera over the M3 for this kind of segment, like wagon kind of segment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Porsche.
because the Panamera shares its interior with the cheapest also it's a 600 700k car. Your M3 competition shares interior with a 320i.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, no
Okay.
competition lah. Porsche.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still a Porsche, Thana.
No, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Its interior is good, like, you know. So,
Oh yeah.
You know,
Thomas.
For me, okay, let's do the comments first. Okay, Panamera send kids to school, right? M3 com, a lot of M3 com over here. Wow, M3 com, M3. Panamera is like rich soccer mom car.
Okay. We got somebody flying the.
M3 touring, sure, black beaver tooth, not so obvious. Okay, Panamera is a reported.
Somebody flying the Porsche
Okay.
flag here.
Okay, this
Thomas?
is something when I first saw the M3 competition touring in this color, right, I'm like, wow, I really I really like this car. Then when I saw the Goodwood Festival, they show all the cars. They show the interior of the M3 competition. My only thing now the only problem I have, they have this. You know how the i4 has that long screen, the i4, the iX.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
M3
yeah.
competition will have that screen, which is for me is like I don't like that long screen. That is my problem with the M3 competition. But I will but I like the Panamera's interior more than the long screen. But if you ask me, end of the day, right? The M3 competition is still. I mean, when they do a M3 touring, like, when's the last time they did it, bro? They never did it, bro.
They never did it. Never did
Bro,
it.
they never did it. It's the
Never.
first time they did it, and my God, in this color is like I'm a Prakaash, man. I can imagine myself wearing short pants, and then wearing my sneakers, my gym clothes coming out of the M3 competition. I can see myself in a suit, in the M3 competition, going for a wedding dinner or company dinner or something like that. And I can see myself going on holidays with the M3 competition touring. I will confidently say when I have the finances to do it, I would love the M3 competition as my daily car.
Yeah.
Handsome as AF, man. Look at that. It's
Thomas,
like
I actually see you
magnetic, man.
literally owning it.
Huh?
I literally see you owning the car.
Yeah, bro. This if when it becomes available and we have the funds for it, I want this in my daily.
Thomas, Prakaash is hinting at you. He can take your booking now.
No, not yet. Belum lagi. I already got. You are one of my close friends, and there's another guy called Mark who also will buy the car.
Bro, it looks so good, bro. Oh my God, in the black color.
He has been wanting for this M3 competition touring, but I suspect the price is going to be a bit of a tough one, lah.
I think it's going to be 1 million at least.
Can't be more than an
exchange rate
M5,
is so poor. Exchange rate is so poor. Euro is going down.
Than the M5,
Yeah,
right?
can't be. I think it'll be around 800 lah.
Hmm.
I think about 800 lah. Won't be 1 million lah. 1 million is
It
M5
should
territory.
be at least 200 grand cheaper than the M5, I think.
Yeah.
Man, if I see my garage, one M3 competition touring, one Spider, and one Mini Classic. Shit, man. Yeah, bro.
M3 competition touring, one M2 com, and one Spider. Nice,
And the E30 318i on Bristol India tires.
E30 no more already.
Classic, the Mini Classic, I won't sell the Mini Classic. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, a lot of people here are M3 competition. Yeah. And thank you guys so much for having fun with us in Dude, Where's My Car? It's always been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the game too, gentlemen. All right. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this evening. And guys, you want to know more about BMWs? Just want to chat with Prakaash. You can DM him at Prakaash Karun. His Instagram handle PRAKAASH Prakaash. I got Prakaash Karun. He's a proper car guy. I always see more as a car guy than just a BMW guy, So this real good fun to hang out with him. And thank you for tuning in with us this evening. Next week we're going to do the same thing again. Please share this evening live session with everybody and subscribe to everybody's channel. I think that's it from my side. Thana, got anything?
No,
Nope.
all is good.
Yeah, just take care and stay safe.
All right, Prakaash, thank you so much for your time and hang out for 2.5
Thank you, brother.
hours.
Thank you for having me. It was fun. You guys have a good night. Always a pleasure.
I will dream about the M3 competition touring.
You too, lah. Don't worry.
All right, see you guys then.
Bro. Bye. Take care.
Okay,
Thanks,
good
man.
night,
See you guys. Yeah.